Winning run is Caden McKean, and Broken Bow wins the Mid-Nebraska League Championship game in walk-off fashion. Carter Johnson, a little flare to right field, found the outfield grass, and Broken Bow has won the Mid-Nebraska League.
Welcome to another broadcast of high school sports here on Central Nebraska's Sports. To all the community-spirited businesses who bring you our coverage, we hope that you'll join us thanking those sponsors by giving them your patronage. Now, let's go live for our coverage of exciting sports action on Central Nebraska Sports Source.
And we bid you good evening from Sargent High School Gymnasium as we bring you a doubleheader from the Mid-Nebraska Activities Conference tonight between Anselmo-Merna and Twin Loup. It'll be a girls and boys matchup. I'll have the girls call a little bit later on. Jeremy Scheib will join in. He'll have the boys contest tonight. Also, we have Summer Yerington on hand. She is working the camera as we offer this tonight, not only on radio, but on the Sandhills Express video YouTube page and Facebook page with a live stream video of our radio call. We say thanks to our fine basketball sponsors here on 95.3. They include Cursive O Cattle, Consolidated, the AM Booster Club, Tri-S-Ag, also the fine members of the Twin Loup Booster Club, Kristen Electric, Universal Insurance Agency, Central Nebraska Diesel, Triple M Custom T-Shirts, Trotter Incorporated, Tumbleweed Cafe, Taylor Heating and Cooling, Food Bar and Grill in Anselmo, the Nebraska State Bank, Rod's Body and Paint, Arrow Seed, Brent Custer, your shelter insurance agent, Custer Federal State Bank, The Grocery Cart, Agland ATV, Mead Lumber, Team Physical Therapy, geared for sports, Sargent Irrigation, the Melhem Medical Center, Trotter Service, A to Z Lawn Pro, Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, Thrivent Financial, 4 County Heating and Air, Backbone of Healthcare, and Clang Financial. We've also got a number of video sponsors, and we'll talk about them when we come back after this break on 95.3.
Brandon and Barb Miller with Cursive O Cattle are proud Anselmo-Merna Coyote supporters. Selecting for superior genetics and raising cattle in a sustainable manner has always been the foundation of Cursive O Cattle. Just like the athletes in the game, their offering of bred heifers and feeder cattle were developed to perform with excellence. Contact them in Myrna, proud supporters of the Anselmo-Merna Coyotes and this broadcast. Brandon and Barb Miller with Cursive O Cattle of Myrna.
Consolidated Companies is a proud sponsor of our student athletes. Everyone wants to get to the events and cheer on their students, but sometimes you just can't. Keeping up to date on all the local sports is hard to do, but Consolidated Superfast Broadband can change that. Find all the latest information on local school and broadcast channel web pages, along with news and weather. For more information, call Consolidated at 1-800-742-7464. Plus, look for them now on Facebook, facebook.com/Consolidated Companies.
Just as all the athletes show hard work and dedication throughout the season, the Anselmo-Merna Booster Club is dedicated to supporting them. They want to express their encouragement to all the teams, not only during game time, but also during every practice, every drill, every rep, every challenge. A lot goes into each time you compete, and the boosters are very proud of you. Good luck from the Anselmo-Merna Boosters.
Tri-S-Ag loves supporting the Central Nebraska community. Whether it's a local event or a sporting event for the kids, they support the local youth from the area because they are our future. Life gets crazy and you can't make it to every event. That's why they're proud to help sponsor this broadcast for those who want to cheer on the bright student athletes of Central Nebraska. Whether from home, in the shop, in the tractor, or on the road, enjoy the broadcast. Brought to you by Tri-S-Ag.
Radio coverage of the Twin Loup Wolves is being brought to you in part by the Twin Loup Boosters, whose members include Govier Brothers Mortuary, Grint Farm Supply, Hamilton Telecommunications, Hermsmeyer Agronomy, Hilltop Ranch, Greg, Jody, Terry, and Luke Smith, James and Janice Barron, Joe and Cindy Horkey, KCNI KBBN Radio, Kraus Angus Ranch, Long Valley Ranch, Louie's Body Shop, and Maverick Truck Stop and Fertilizer. Enjoy the broadcast brought to you in part by the Twin Loop Boosters.
Electricity. We use it every single day. Kristen Electric is ready to help you with your electric projects and underground farm remodels and new construction. If it needs electricity, Kristen Electric can get it there. Call 308-258-4164. They'll figure out a plan to get you on the way to having reliable electricity. For underground farm remodels and new construction, proud to support the Anselmo-Merna Coyotes by sponsoring this broadcast. Kristen Electric.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, we have a live stream on Sandhills Express, on the Sandhills Express YouTube page and Facebook page, and we'll have our play-by-play being audioed through that, and we say thanks to the fine video sponsors that include Cursivo Cattle, Kristen Electric, Palmer Monument, The Grocery Cart, Agland ATV, Nebraska State Bank, Insurance of the Heartland, Mead Lumber of Broken Bow, Culligan, Broken Bow Livestock, Lines Appliance, Callaway District Hospital, Agribest Feeds, as well as Sandhills Custom Creations. Well, the first of two matches here tonight. These two teams met up in the MNAC tournament a week ago, and it was all Anselmo-Merna in that one, 66-31. And I'm joined now by Jeremy Scheib, who will be on the color for this one and play-by-play for the boys' game later on. Jeremy, that was a match that Anselmo-Merna really came to play and played maybe one of their better games all year.
Yeah, it was really good, and Twin Loop got caught in front of them in that one, so to speak. But Twin Loop rounding out MNAC, unable to get a win in MNAC as they dropped their next game against Mullen. But then you really kind of raise your eyebrows. They went to Burwell, an 11-7 team, and played that one to within 7. So you feel like that was a step in the right direction for Twin Loop on that side. But Anselmo-Merna, you spoke about it, got a dominating win over Twin Loop. Dropped a loss to a really good Sandhill-Sedford team, the eventual MNAC champions. But then they went back, got another win in the MNAC against Arthur County, and a pretty good basketball game that they were able to put together in that one. And then they also played a Central Valley team that's an above 500 record to within 3 points. So both of these teams coming off of losses, but losses to pretty well put together basketball teams. So I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens coming into this one, but I think they're both playing pretty good basketball at this time.
And for Anselmo-Merna, playing Central Valley, I believe they're in their sub-district along with Sandhill-Sedford. So those are big games to be playing in those sub-districts. Wow, they're just coming up here in about a week and a half. Hard to believe already that we're getting that close to sub-district time. We'll take a break and come back and talk more about this game. It's Anselmo-Merna at Twin Loop here on 95.3.
Do you hear that? That's the roar of the crowd cheering on your hometown favorites. It's Nate Bell here at Universal Insurance Agency, a division of GTA Insurance Group, and we'd like to thank you for your continued support over the years. We enjoy servicing you and continuing to grow the next generation. Stop by and see us on South East Street in Broken Bow or call us at 308-872-6438. You can also visit www.gtagroup.com. We are a proud supporter of local students, athletes, and youth. See possible.
Central Nebraska Diesel is a proud sponsor of high school sports and the student athletes who work hard each and every day. They're also proud to offer you Rainkey products. When you need performance that you can count on, ask them about Rainkey. Central Nebraska Diesel is happy to bring this action to those who can attend. Enjoy the broadcast, and when you need pivot service from start to finish, call Central Nebraska Diesel at 643-2544. Rainkey, more right than rain.
When it comes to graphic tees, Triple M T-shirts does all kinds. They have a special place in their hearts for spirit wear because there's nothing quite like cheering on your favorite student athletes right here at home. You name it, they've made it. Custom designs are doable, from sizes newborn to 5XL. Make your T-shirt design a reality with Melissa Myers and Triple M T-shirts. Search for the group on Facebook or call 870-0149. Mention this ad and receive 10% off your order through February. Melissa Myers with Triple M T-shirts.
Trotter Incorporated is happy to bring you this broadcast of high school sports. At Trotters, they're happy to support all the youth in the area, not only in sports, but in all of their extracurricular activities. A balance of school and activities will prepare them to balance their lives in the future, and Trotter Incorporated commends them for all of their hard work. They're proud of all of the area athletes and are excited to help bring you this sports broadcast. Trotter Incorporated.
At the Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow, Carmen and the staff know that they had a blessed 2023 because of you, their wonderful customers. Change can be hard, but it can be fun as well. In the new year, swing by the Tumbleweed Cafe for express breakfast and lunch options, like delicious breakfast sandwiches, burritos, and cinnamon rolls in the drive-thru 6 a.m. to 11 a.m., Monday to Friday, and express lunch from 11 to 2. Don't forget take and bake casseroles, too. Happy New Year from the Tumbleweed Cafe, East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Cold weather. It comes around each year. Where it should not be making an appearance is inside your house. If it is, that's when you need to call Taylor Heating and Cooling. Because Mother Nature brings the coldest, nastiest weather to Nebraska, you need to bring Matt and Andy your direction to get your system running at peak efficiency. Call 308-872-6196 for sales, installation, and service from Taylor Heating and Cooling. Call 308-872-6196.
Stomach rumbling? If you're in the Anselmo area, you're in luck. If not, turn toward Foo Bar and Grill in Anselmo. There's always something cooking, and specials change almost every day. Be sure to keep up with them on Facebook to see what specials are ahead and what's hitting the grill. Reserve ahead by messaging them on Facebook or call 749-2552. Enjoy the broadcast. Brought to you in part by Foo Bar and Grill in Anselmo.
Radio coverage of the Twin Loup Wolves is being brought to you in part by the Twin Loup Boosters, whose members include Orville's Repair, Prairie Thunder Game Birds, Roberts Chiropractic, Sargent Chamber of Commerce, Sargent Education Association, Sargent Corner Market, Sargent Insurance Agency, Sargent Packing, Seidel Construction, Sitka Law Office LLC, Speltz Lumber, Schlegel Angus, Kristen Schlegel, and Stoll, Gavecki, and Piscorsi PC. Enjoy the broadcast brought to you in part by the Twin Loup Boosters.
Well, we were talking a little bit about the sub-districts and coming up here in about a week and a half from now, and a little bit of positioning for these teams for the sub-district pairings as well. For Anselmo-Merna, they'd like to be in that 2-3 game and have a rematch with Central Valley in the first round. More than likely, Sandhill Stedford is going to be the top seed. Ansley, Litchfield, Elba, the other teams in that D2. For Twin Loup, they're in with a group that they, well, I've already seen a little bit this year in North Central, Burwell, but then some teams that they may have not seen yet. That's Boyd County. And then I would imagine the top seed is easily going to be O'Neill St. Mary's, so more than likely the tournament will be in O'Neill. But both these teams kind of playing for some seeding and some momentum going into that sub-district in a week and a half.
Yeah, and, you know, you want to kind of think about seeding in the back of your mind, because the longer you can avoid kind of those top-seeded powerhouses, the better chance you stand of kind of stepping forward further into the postseason like you want. But when it comes down to it, you get to sub-districts and district play, you're going to have to beat the teams that are put out there on the court with you. And that's the thing that I like about the postseason format is you could be 0-20 and go into sub-districts, get a couple of pieces back, or just figure something out offensively or defensively with your team. Go out there and run it straight through and make it to the state tournament. And everyone's got the same shot when it comes down to that point. But the seeding, of course, is what you earn by playing all these games throughout the year, like you said.
And a lot of people will say, yeah, that's a good theory. But think back to the fall football season. Hay Springs lost their first 3 games, got a couple players back. Mm-hmm. They played SEM for the state championship, and it almost went their way.
Yeah, exactly. That's a perfect example. A little bit different when it comes to football because, you know, the shorter season, but you kind of got to figure out your injuries a little bit quicker. But, it makes for a fun, exciting time, and I'm really excited for the postseason. But this is the time where teams are really tuning up those fundamentals, which should be well in tune by now. You're kind of working on those little intricacies, working a little bit more on your playbook, and getting those final wrinkles ironed out, because the other teams are working on that too, and you just want to be the more prepared team when you go into the postseason.
We'll take another timeout. We'll set the starting lineups for you when we come back. It's Anselmo-Merna and Twin Loup on 95.3.
Got spirit, yes we do. We've got spirit, how about you? Here at Nebraska State Bank, we've got school spirit. Introducing mascot debit cards from Nebraska State Bank. Now you can go to your local NSB branch and request a new debit card for your favorite high school team. The Broken Bow Indians, South Loup Bobcats, or Anselmo-Merna debit cards are available by instant issue. You'll only pay $10, and the entire amount will be passed along to your school. It's a win-win situation, right? Take your school pride to the next level at Nebraska State Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
When your car gets dented, dinged, smashed, or smacked, the last thing you should have to worry about is it being in the right hands to get it fixed. When you choose Rod's Body and Paint in Broken Bow, your vehicle will leave their shop looking great. Don't forget, Rod can also help you with those windshield chips. Take care of them before they get worse and cost you more money. If your windshield already needs replaced, they can do that too. Rod's Body and Paint on the curb, west of Broken Bow.
Are prairie dogs wreaking havoc in your pastures? Then get rid of them with Rosol from Aeroseed. Rosol is a restricted-use pesticide approved for use on prairie dogs by licensed pesticide applicators between October 1st and March 15th. Rosol is an easy-to-use bait that provides excellent acceptance, has superior weatherability, and proven reliability. To learn more about Rosol, call or stop by Aeroseed in Broken Bow today.
Your husband is pretty handy to have around. He makes the world's best mac and cheese. He's in the Tickle Monster Hall of Fame. And he can teach anyone how to throw strikes. But a busted pipe in a basement full of water?
Honey, I think we need a plumber.
Is a little out of his league. That's where a homeowner's policy from Shelter Insurance comes in handy. We'll help get your house back in order and your husband back to what he does best.
Contact your local Shelter Insurance agents, Brent Custer or Seth Pearson in Broken Bow.
Custer Federal has been helping customers acquire new and or improve existing homes for over 90 years. We are excited to have the opportunity to help you finance your home purchase, improvement, or refinance. Whether it is move-in ready or a fixer-upper, we have mortgage experts who are up to speed on all types of financial solutions. We will work with you from application to closing to make the process as easy as possible. Get the keys to your dream home with Custer Federal, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You're listening to high school basketball on Central Nebraska's Sports Source, KBBN Radio, and Sandhills Express Video. Twin Loup and Anselmo-Merna getting ready to go here in the girls' contest of our doubleheader. We'll step away for a moment and bring you the starting lineups when we come back.
The grocery cart meat department is not your typical meat department. Our meat is fresh and our prices are great. We have a wide selection of beef, pork, chicken, and seafood. With options like Hormel Natural Choice, Smart Chicken, and Certified Angus Beef, you know you're getting quality meat to center your meal around. Come and see us at the Grocery Cart, East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Agland Day TV would like to acknowledge all the local athletes and coaches from our area. We are proud of the athletes for the sportsmanship, hard work, and dedication that they put into each season. Agland Day TV knows all about working hard and playing hard, just like a Polaris. Best of luck to all the local teams from Agland Day TV, West Highway 2, Broken Bow.
ATVs can be hazardous to operate. Polaris adult models are for riders age 16 and older. Always wear a helmet and be sure to take a training course. Polaris machines are not intended for on-road use.
If the cold weather does anything, it makes us notice the drafts our homes are letting through. Mead Lumber in Broken Bow is proud to be your local solution for sailing up those drafts and making your home more efficient. They sell quality Anderson windows. Both 100 and 400 series are available for your new construction or replacement project. Of course, they have the foam for around those windows too. Mead Lumber is still being remodeled, but inside, their knowledgeable staff is ready to help with your DIY project.
Fort County Heating and Air is proud to sponsor high school sports. Owners Brian Hogg and Austin Cox serve the area with a combined 20 years of experience in the HVAC industry. No matter what the temperature is outside, the temp will be pretty good inside. Call for a free estimate and 24-hour service, 872-2258. Let's take a look at the Coyotes. First of all, Riley Marsh, a senior, 5'6" tall. 5'9" sophomore Shaylee Coleman. McKenna Miller, 5'8", and a junior. We'll be keeping an eye on her. She's 5 away from tying the school record in steals. Rhiannon Myers, a sophomore, 5'9" tall, and Lily Thornton, she is a 5'5" sophomore. Trenton Kirchman is the head coach, assisted by Katie Hoblin. Once again, it's Marsh, Coleman, Miller, Myers, and Thornton. And now for Twin Loup, the home team, coached by McKenna Cooksley and assisted by Ginger Larson. They'll go this way. It'll be Reagan Mahler, 5'8" junior. Miranda Olson, 5'6", and a junior. It's Erin Smith, 5'6", and she is a senior. Madison Glidden, 5'4", junior, and Cassidy Grant, a senior, 5'11" tall. Again, it'll be Mahler, Olson, Smith, Glidden, and Grant. And that is a look at your starting lineups for both Twin Loup and Anselmo-Merna as we get you ready for tonight's matchup here on 95.3. As you listen in on the radio, left to right will go Twin Loup, right to left will go Anselmo-Merna. As you watch in on the video, it's Anselmo-Merna in the road black uniforms and Twin Loup in the home whites. Good to have you along with Jeremy Scheip and our videographer, Summer Yarrington. I'm Larry Kottner. Twin Loup with the basketball to start things off. Mahler gives it off to Smith. Way up top, finds Olson. Olson works it over to the left side, controlling there. Glidden launches a long three. It will not go. And a tie-up on the rebound. And the ball will go over to Anselmo-Merna on the alternating possession rule.
You mentioned in the pregame McKenna Miller being close to that school record. She needs 5 to tie the record, needs 6 to eclipse it. And guess how many steals per game she averages? 5.5. Right in the middle.
It's going to be pretty close. If she doesn't get it here, probably in the afternoon game on Saturday against Maywood Hayes Center at home. Driving, Myers puts it up and in. Rhiannon Myers didn't play on Tuesday night's game as she was out of town, but back here tonight to play for Anselmo-Merna and gets the first points, 2-0. Olson bounce to the high post down there. Grant turnaround 10-footer, no good, but she'll draw the foul, and it appears it will go on Rhiannon Myers. And how nice is it after a whole week of being on the opposite side of referee calls, we get to see the numbers, Jeremy?
Yeah, you talk about MNAC last week. We had our back to the official for much of the time, and in fact, it was even worse when the scoreboard wasn't working because we never knew really who the fouls were on. But yeah, kind of nice here. It's almost like they're turning right towards us, even though I know they're not.
Grant missed the first but made the second, cuts the lead at half. It's 2-1. 55 seconds deep into the game, and a turnover now as trying to get it down low. Miller to Coleman, a little high and off her hands, and will come the other direction. No backcourt pressure. It's a warm gymnasium, as it's been pretty warm all around the area here in February. And ball knocked away by Miller, and set to trigger it in will be Miranda Olson. Olson in front of the AM bench, calls out the play, looks for a cutter, and finds Glidden up top, working against Marsh. Nice cut over dribble, takes it in from 12, couldn't get it to go. Tipped around and controlled by Miller. McKenna out in front of the pack, takes it in, but then lost the ball, and it'll go on out of bounds, and a turnover on AM. Just kind of took her eye off the ball for a moment, and here comes Twin Loup the other direction. Glidden to the high post to Grant, working against Coleman. Pass down low intended for Mahler, off the mark, and Twin Loup will turn it right back.
Yeah, it was off the mark, and Mahler wasn't even really looking for it, so you kind of had two things working against you if you're Twin Loup.
With it on the left side, Miller, feed down low. Myers has an lane, and she'll lay it up and in. Rhiannon Myers with all 4 points for Anselmo-Merna. They lead it 4-1. Olson top of the key, works it over right side for Smith. Now gives off to Olson on the drive. Out to Glidden for a three, off the glass, no good. Rebound to Miller, now kicks it out to Myers. On the drive right side, Miller puts it up, couldn't get it to go. Tipped around, tipped controlled by Miller as she saved it in off of a Twin Loup player, and it will stay with Anselmo-Merna underneath their own hoop. Baseline right side, it'll be Riley Marsh to throw it in. Marsh Gets it into the corner. Bounce down low for Coleman. They go to the floor, and it's going to be a traveling violation on Coleman. Pretty good defense down low by Cassidy Grant. Well, both these teams right now, Jeremy, trying to find a flow.
Yeah, trying to find a flow, and you can credit the double dribble there as Mahler carried it a bit. But both these teams kind of applying good defensive pressure. So while they're trying to find their offensive flow, and it's what a lot of teams search for in games, something can be said for the defense that's been played so far.
Inbounds will go to Riley Marsh. She'll work it right side. Pass intended for Thornton, tipped away by Olsen, run down by Thornton in the backcourt. Marsh will run it into the forecourt, spin move. Dish off to Coleman from 5, it won't go. Rebound, Myers down low, gets it over to Coleman. Back out to Marsh from 8, it will not fall. And the rebound cleared out of there by Twin Loup. Running it the other way, Miranda Olsen, her pass ahead, knocked away by McKenna Miller. And Twin Loup will trigger in front of the Anselmo-Merna bench. Calls it out. Bounce in and off the knee of Miller. And once again, Twin Loup will throw it in. Don't forget, we've got the boys game to follow here on 95.3. That was a tight one last week. 3 ball on the way from Mahler off the back of the iron, no good. Cleared out of there by Miller. Marsh quickly ahead. Myers, pump fake, bounce, pass down low to Coleman. Turns around, couldn't get the shot to go. Gets it to Miller, missed the first, got her own board, no good. Rebound fought for, saved in by Coleman, but into Twin Loup. Here come the Lady Wolves. Mahler into the forecourt, working against Myers. Up top, finds Glidden. Glidden to Olsen, left wing, Smith. Mahler, right side now to Glidden, drives to the free throw line. Dish off for Olsen, pass intended for Glidden, tipped away, and it will stay with Twin Loup. 4:46 to go, first quarter, 4-1, and Anselmo-Merna with the lead. Twin Loup with the basketball. Olsen feed in, and it's behind Mahler, and it'll go on out of bounds. Another turnover on Twin Loup.
Well, if you're Twin Loup, your only point has come from the free throw line and really haven't had too many good quality shots up at the basket either. Say that be goal number 1 next trip down the floor.
Miller has it over on the left side, working against Mahler. Into the corner for Myers, lost it momentarily, being guarded close by Olsen. Man-to-man defense, down low, Thornton, shot blocked by Olsen, but she'll draw the foul. And that'll be the second team foul on Twin Loup. Personal number 1 on Olsen, and a free throw coming for Lily Thornton. Matter of fact, she'll have 2 of them. First one, no good. Getting set to come in for Anselmo-Merna, Addison Priest, 5'5" senior, and appears that she'll be coming in for Thornton. Second one up and good, and she'll come out. Priest will come in. 5-1 the score, Anselmo-Merna with the early lead. 4:29 remaining in quarter number 1. Inbounds against full court pressure, and that's a turnover as Glidden couldn't handle the inbounds pass. And Priest will toss it in for the Coyotes on the sideline. In the forecourt, Myers. And would we have foul away from the ball offensively against the Lady Coyotes, and they're going to get
Riley Marsh.
Riley Marsh, okay. That's her first. Team foul number 2 on Anselmo-Merna. Inbounds will go to Mahler. Mahler being chased in the backcourt, breaks through traffic, feeds it ahead for Smith. He had to save it in, but goes right into the hands of Priest, and then a blocking foul will be called on Miranda Olsen. That'll be the second team foul on Twin Loup, but both of them on Miranda Olsen. Marsh, spin move up top. She may have walked, yes. Her feet kind of slid on that spin move. Both teams right now still trying to find that flow. 4:12 to go, opening quarter, 5-1, Lady Coyotes. Screen set as Glidden will bring it across the timeline, work the left side. dribble in, nowhere to shoot, so find Olson. Olson to the free throw line, off to Mahler. Nice drive along the baseline. She'll knock down the 12-footer.
Much needed for Twin Loup, and just like that, it's just a 2-point game.
First offensive bucket of the ball game, first bucket of the ball game. Ball knocked away by Olson, and she'll come away with the steal. Ahead to Smith. 1-on-2. She'll launch a 5-footer up, no good. Rebound to Olson. Follow up and in. And just like that, back-to-back buckets by the Lady Wolves, and we're tied at 5 apiece. Up top, Miller. Spin move. With the left hand, takes it in, puts it up and in. Nice spin move and control with the left hand by McKenna Miller.
And you kind of wondered when she was just going to take the ball and just go for it, because you remember the hot start she had against Twin Loup the last time these teams met. She scored, what was it, the first 9 points of the basketball game?
Yes, she
Ended
did.
up having 24 in the game.
And she scored them in a hurry in that game and really set the tone for that contest. Coming in for Twin Loup, Gracie Rodacher, 5'8" junior, along with Lorena Shada, 5'4" sophomore, who sang our national anthem ahead of this matchup tonight. Ball knocked away on the inbounds by Gracie McIntyre, who just checked in, 5'7" junior. Also, Kaylee Klein, 5'10" junior, into the lineup now. Shot put up on the left side, rebounded by Glidden, couldn't get it to go. Saved in nicely, though, by Shada to Olson in the corner. Mahler going to be called for the walk on that drive, shuffled the feet on the first step.
Both teams floating around 5 or 4 turnovers in this one, and you kind of look, you got 3 minutes left in the first quarter, and the amount of points on the board, it's kind of been a turnover fest.
Down low, wide open, putting it up and in. Lily Thornton, the benefactor of double-team defense. She came open. There's a steal and a hoop for McKenna Miller. And now, quick timeout by Twin Loup as a charge comes out of Anselmo-Merna. 6 quick points. They lead it 11-5, 2:39 to go, first quarter.
Pains preventing you from doing the things you love? Call Team Physical Therapy, 872-5111. We offer complete one-on-one physical therapy for you. Call Team Physical Therapy, 872-5111. Team Physical Therapy is known as the best hands in town and will help you achieve your goals to keep you moving. Call Team Physical Therapy at 872-5111 or check us out on the web at myteampt.com.
2 minutes and 39 seconds to go here in the first quarter. A quick 6-0 burst for Anselmo-Merna gives them the 6-point lead at 11-5. Glidden in the backcourt gives it off for Olson. Now controlling. Across the timeline, Mahler worked it against the AM defense of McIntyre along the baseline. Shot, lost it, had it knocked back away, got it back, puts it up, no good. Rebound, Mahler up and no good. It would not fall for her, but she'll draw the foul and will shoot the free throws.
And they're going to get this one against Gracie McIntyre. It's her first.
So Reagan Mahler at the line. First of 2 is good. And that ends that 6-0 run for the Lady Coyotes, makes it an 11-6 game. Second free throw by Mahler is good. 11-7. Here comes McKenna Miller. Miller into the forecourt. Spin at the top of the key. Works it over left side. Priest! That's a three-pointer. Knocks it down, and now AM has doubled the score at 14-7. Glidden goes through traffic all the way down, forces up a shot, couldn't get it to go. Saved in by Shada, and a tie-up between Glidden and McIntyre. It will stay with Twin Loup.
Kind of the opposite result of the first time these two teams met back at MNAC time. Fast start for AM and a slow finish to the quarter. Now it's a slow start and a fast finish.
Olson gets it in. The shot was put up that time by Gracie Rodacher. Miss and the follow, and Twin Loup back on the board again, 14-9. And just like that, an answer at the other end declined. 16-9 the score. Glidden will run it into the forecourt. Into the paint, Olsen. Retrieved by Klein. Feed ahead to McIntyre. Off to Miller, puts it up, no good. She'll draw the foul. And Miller will go to the line to shoot a pair.
Lorena Shada called for the foul on this one.
And Miller will shoot a pair here. That is the third team foul on Twin Loup. AM has committed 4, so Twin Loup in the bonus when they are fouled next time. Miller makes the free throw to extend that lead to 8 at 17-9. Second free throw by Miller as she toes the line. On the way and good. 18-9 now the score. Minute 14 remaining. This is the biggest lead of the first quarter. Inbounds will go to Grant. She'll go to the dribble, picks it up, feeds it over to Shada. Shada down the right side into the forecourt, puts up the 10-footer. It won't go. Rebound, though, to Smith on the weak side. Back out to Glidden. Glidden gets a screen, but help defense there for Priest. Glidden takes it in. It's partially blocked. Goes on out of bounds. Last touch by Grant, and it will belong to Anselmo-Merna. So here come the Lady Coyotes. Miller across the timeline. She'll launch a three. Looks good. Nope, off the back of the iron, and then it goes on out of bounds. She had it measured up as far as the look went, but just off to the right. She had the distance down right, but it went off to the right, and it'll belong to Twin Loup. Inbounds. Glidden. Glidden crosses over. Top of the key. Now off to Smith. Smith drives. 15-footer. Good. Knocked that one down home. It's 18-11. 24 seconds to go in the quarter. Thornton gives off to Miller. Now to Myers. Back to Miller. Feed down low. Stolen away by Smith. Smith has it stolen back. by Miller, puts it up, no good, but she'll draw the foul and go to the free throw line with 9.1 remaining in the quarter. And that's the second steal of the first quarter for McKenna Miller, who's trying to reel in the school record in her junior year. Puts the free throw down to make it a 20-11 game.
That was the first foul, by the way, on Madison Glidden. A few different players for Twin Loup with one foul each, but nobody really in two foul trouble at the moment.
Miller puts that one down as well. 20-11 the score. Inbounds will go to Grant. Off intended down low for Rodocker and tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Twin Loup with 1.9 remaining in the quarter. It'll be Grant to toss it in. They're going to have to get a shot off quickly. Will the Lady Wolves. Grant looking, gets it up top, tipped away into the backcourt. Nice job defensively by Myers, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. After one in Sargent, 20-11, and Anselmo-Merna on top of Twin Loup. You're in tune to 95.3.
You'll find lots of new items arriving at Geared for Sports in Broken Bow. Scott is excited to have added footwear from Merrill and Twisted X to his selection, men's and women's, in addition to Twisted X youth sizes. Another new addition is Awala water bottles. Check them out. They're the latest rage in staying hydrated. Open Monday to Friday, 10 to 6, and Saturday, 10 to 4. Check out all the new arrivals at Geared for Sports, west side of the square in Broken Bow.
Sargent Irrigation may be known worldwide, but their roots are right here in central Nebraska, something they are very proud of. They hire right here in the heartland and know their success is due to those quality employees. As a way of showing support for the community, Sargent Irrigation sponsors high school sports broadcasts, so those unable to attend can follow the action. Enjoy the broadcast, sponsored in part by Sargent Irrigation in Broken Bow.
Have questions about health and life insurance? Maybe you have retirement planning needs. Your friends at Klang Financial are honored to help you. Reach them at 872-6810 or visit them in downtown Broken Bow at 940 South D Street. Klang Financial is proud to help bring you this high school sports action on 95.3. We go to the second quarter, 20-11. Anselmo-Merna with the lead. They've got the basketball. Coleman with it at the high post. Takes a step, and that's going to be a walk. Forced into the walk by the defense, the double-team defense of Twin Loup. And now they'll face that full-court pressure. Stop in the backcourt, and that's going to be a walk. Glidden took one too many steps, and that was a pretty good job over there by Thornton to close off that door.
Well, if you're Twin Loup, got to be decently happy only being down 9 here. Kind of took a well-timed timeout, stopped that run by Anselmo-Merna. But to be down 9 after Anselmo-Merna's kind of done really well at the free throw line and scoring the basketball, it's certainly not an insurmountable lead.
Ball poked away from Coleman, but into the hands of Marsh. Marsh gets it back. Now off to Coleman, 15-footer will not fall, and Grant brings down the rebound. And then Grant is fouled. No free throws as we start a new quarter, and it's just the first foul on Anselmo-Merna in quarter number 2.
And that's not a foul that most coaches are going to end up being very happy about. It's about as far away from your opponent's basket as you can get. So just not one you want to give up in any situation.
And they effectively had her stopped and trapped without having to close in on her. With it in the backcourt, Glidden will bring it across the timeline. Stops in the forecourt, dishes off now for Olson. Back over to Glidden, right side on the wing, Mahler. They'll work the perimeter. Glidden from the free throw line, that's going to be a walk. As she wanted to put the shot up, it was partially blocked, so she kind of went up and back down. And that'll make it another turnover against Twin Loup.
It's one of those ones that's so hard. When a block happens after it's released from your hands, that's not going to happen. But when you haven't even gotten out of your hands yet, there's nothing you can do.
Drive off the left side, up and in, Shaylee Coleman. And again, Anselmo-Merna doubles the lead on Twin Loup, 22-11. 6:50 to go, quarter number 2. Smith over on the right side, lost it but got it back, tips it over to Glidden. Glidden drives in, puts it up from 12, and won't get the shot to go, but she'll get 2 free throws as Shaylee Coleman's going to draw the foul. So that'll put Madison Glidden, 5'4" junior, to the free throw line for the Lady Wolves. First one up, no good. She'll have a second one here. Again, we'll have a boys game coming up. That was a fantastic matchup last week in the boys. Came down to the last few seconds. Second free throw is good. 22-12 now the score, with 6:43 remaining in the half. No backcourt pressure as the Lady Coyotes will bring it the other direction. Marsh threw it away, taken away there by Olson. Wanted to get it to Thornton, and Thornton had already made her cut, and it goes right into the hands of Miranda Olson, who was kind of surprised by it. Drives the right side, dish down low to Glidden, back out to Smith. Her 15-footer won't go, and Thornton the rebound. Outlet to Miller. Lead ahead, beautiful pass to Myers, up and in. That was money. The three-quarters court pass right on the money from McKenna Miller to Rhiannon Myers, and she lays it home. 24-12. Smith on the wing. Off to Olson into the paint. Puts it up and in. She found a slim lane and worked her way through and kissed it off the glass for 2. Marsh from long range, no good. Rebound brought down by Mahler. Mahler wants to push. Down the right side, races it into the forecourt, slows it up on the wing. Up top, knocked away into the backcourt by Marsh. Run down, though, by Smith. Smith working against Marsh. Gets rid of it. Finds Shada. Shada into the forecourt. Top of the key. Spin move. High post off to Grant. Triple team. High off the glass. It won't go. Long rebound, Coleman. She wants to run. Back defensively is Twin Loup. Finds Thornton. Left side, Myers toes up the 3. Will not go. Weak side rebound cleared out by Smith and then thrown away. She's wanting to get it out to Mahler, who didn't have her back or had her back to her, and she was not able to see her.
Twin Loup holding on by these 9 and 10-point deficits really because of their rebounding. They're limiting Anselmo-Merna to one shot on one end, on the offensive end, but really that's about the only category that they're leading that's a good category to lead.
Priest and Klein are back in now for Anselmo-Merna. Shot up top, working against Thornton. Man-to-man defense by AM. High post, now low post down to Grant. Nice 5-foot fadeaway by Cassidy Grant. And all of a sudden, Twin Loup is back within 8 at 24-16. Driving, putting it up. Riley Marsh off the left side. 26-16, 4:40 to go. Second quarter. Mahler up top for Olsen. Into the paint. There's Grant again. Turnaround 5-footer, and they're finding an open lane down low right now by spreading things out and getting a one-on-one situation there, Jeremy.
On the difference on these last couple of shots for Cassidy compared to the other ones early on in the game that she had missed, she's so much deeper down in the lane. She's not having to shoot as much of a jump shot. It's more of a shot that she's comfortable with, being a little bit closer to the rim. And the thing you'd noticed about the last couple of shots is there's been a lot of hands down there defensively for AM. There's been a double and even a triple team. She's doing a good job scoring over it.
Ball is the free throw no good, but it was tipped on out of bounds. That was the third team foul on Anselmo-Merna, but more importantly, the third foul on Riley Marsh, who has to check out. Olsen looking to get it in. It's going to be a 5 count.
Wow. I don't know that I've ever seen something like that. Almost an entire 5-second count where nobody moved. That was wild.
Into the forecourt. Priest, left side for Coleman. Coleman down low. Nice dish to McKenna Miller, who puts it down with the left hand. 28-18, 4:17 to go in the first half.
AM outscoring Twin Loup by 1 here in the quarter. It's been a pretty good battle.
Glidden forces it up. Retrieved. Put up no good by Mahler, but she'll draw the foul. That will go on Myers. And that'll be free throws for Reagan Mahler. And with 4:08 to go in the first half, the rest of the way, Twin Loop's going to be in the into the bonus. Free throw no good, though, by Mahler. Remains 28-18. The junior puts this one up, in and out. Both of them went in and out. Taken out of there by Priest, and then she kind of tripped over her own feet and is called for the walk.
Well, those are the things you need to take advantage of. If you're Twin Loup, you're still down 10. You were down 9 at the quarter break. You've been down at between 9 and 10. You've pretty much kept things even here in the second quarter. It's just all been that first quarter.
Inbound stolen away by McKenna Miller. Drives, puts it up, puts it in. She's fouled. It'll count. What a job there by McKenna Miller. And she'll go to the line to try to complete the old-fashioned three-point play and extend the biggest lead of the game for Anselmo-Merna. They also had a 12-point lead at 24-12, but now it's 13.
Well, this is a big 4 minutes here for Twin Loup. You can't let this one get out of hand. You've got to have a big 4 minutes here to end the first half. Try to take some momentum into the locker room.
The give is off to Olsen into the paint. 10-footer, too strong. Rebound and a tie-up, I believe, yes. And it will stay with Twin Loup with 3:47 remaining in the quarter. Baseline right side, Olsen to trigger it in. Gets it, slaps it, and they get it in to Glidden. Glidden to the left or right elbow, puts it down from about 16 feet away. 31-20 now the score. Myers into the forecourt, finds it to a trailing Miller. Dishes off to Coleman underneath, and she is fouled. Got caught up underneath, and a body foul is going to be called.
It's on Glidden.
On Glidden, that's her third.
Yeah. 2 players with 3 fouls. Riley Marsh for AM, and for Twin Loup, Madison Glidden.
Myers takes it all the way in off the inbounds, couldn't get it to go. Long rebound, fought for. Goes all the way into the backcourt, And they wrestle for it, and it'll belong to AM on the alternating possession.
Good hustle by both teams. Several bodies on the floor.
Priest and Olsen there at the last. I think it went through about 3 or 4 other hands. Miller will trigger it in right in front of the scorer's table. Gets it in to Priest. Looks down low. Works left side. And the ball lost out of bounds. And Twin Loup will come the other direction with 3:15 remaining. Glidden walks it into the forecourt. Now for Olsen on the right wing. Goes to Mahler in the paint, 12-footer. Couldn't get it to go. Tipped in by Rodacher, and I'm not sure she really needed to do that, Jeremy. I think it was last touch by AM.
Could have been. Close either way, but on those 50-50 balls, best to just go for it. So I like the effort.
Coyotes will come the other direction. Inbounds will go to Miller. Miller works it over to the right side to Coleman. Into the paint for Marsh, I believe it's back in there. She's out there playing with 3 fouls. And that foul's going to go on Glidden. She has picked up her 4th. She did not get out of there fast enough. And no, it's not Marsh that was out there. That was Miller. Marsh actually right down here in front of us. So inbounds will go to Coleman. Couldn't get it to go. And the rebound to Shada, but she had a foot on the in line. So AM will keep it. They lead 31-20. 2:49 to go, quarter number 2. Priest to throw it in. Looking, lobs it up for Miller. Working on Mahler, 17-footer, good. McKenna Miller making her shots. 33-20. Into the forecourt. Olsen to Shada. Shada to the low post. Grant double triple teamed and a reach-in foul. And free throws coming up for Grant.
I think Twin Loup needs to continue to feed the ball down inside to her, put some pressure on the defense of the Coyotes down in there. And she's had some good success down there, as picking up a 3rd foul for Anselmo-Merna is Gracie McIntyre. These fouls kind of keep finding their way to the same players on both sides. This could make things a little bit interesting from another perspective in the second half.
Rodacher's going to come out as Smith comes back in. Klein comes in, and McIntyre will sit down with those 3 fouls. First free throw did not go for Cassidy Grant. Tries to make the second one here. It is short. Rebound, tipped around, and I believe there'll be a foul there. Maybe on Reagan Mahler going over the top, yes. And that will be free throws, I believe, at the other end. So for the last 2:29 of the half, we're going to shoot free throws at both. Or is that just, okay, they put up the team foul first, then the personal foul. So it's only the 14th foul, so AM will come the other direction.
Either way, we stand to have possibly a lot of free throws shot the rest of the way here in the first half.
Yeah, every foul the rest of the way goes. And Coleman called for the travel on the first step of that move.
Well, we talked in the beginning of the contest in the pregame about how teams want to be playing good, clean basketball right now here as we get close to the postseason. I don't think either of these coaches are going to be too happy with the amount of turnovers so far in this one. Both teams 10 or more.
And they started early. They haven't got rid of them so far. 14-footer by Smith, no good. Rebound to Miller. Outlet to Thornton. Lead ahead, pass down low. Klein beautifully saves it to Priest. Couldn't get the 18-footer to go. And Grant will come away with it, loses it. Miller will put it up and in. And that'll go for a steal for McKenna Miller. And she is one away from tying the Anselmo-Merna school record for steals in a career. She's just a junior. With it, Mahler out to Smith. 3-ball no good. Long rebound, Shada and Thornton. And on the alternating possession, it'll stay with the Lady Wolves.
And you always like to see 2 competitors getting up off the ground, smiling at each other, kind of giving each other props for playing so hard.
It'll be triggered in on the opposite side. And by the way, for one of the few times, we're on the opposite side of the camera if you're listening or watching in tonight. So the radio broadcast over on the opposite side tonight. Feed intended for Grant, tipped out by Coleman. Jeremy and I are on the west end on the stage, and Summer is over on the east side with the camera. Inbounds goes to Olson to Grant, and Grant will put it up again from about 6-7 feet away and get it to go. And there's been some points there for Twin Loup here in that position. Lob down low, intended for Klein, taken away by Grant, and a whistle blows. It'll go the other way for Twin Loup. So a chance here for the Lady Wolves to cut into this lead just before halftime with 1:17 remaining.
They haven't gone away.
Lob will go to Olson, now over to Shada. Runs it into the forecourt, to the corner. Spins, bring it back out to Olson. Now over to Mahler, along the baseline, cut off. Up top for Smith to the free throw line. Shada, 19-footer, it's short. Olson saves it in, off of Miller. And it'll belong to Twin Loup.
And everybody kind of has a good laugh at that one. McKenna says, there's no way I was getting out of the way of that one. Kind of has a laugh with their coach.
Inbounds will go to Mahler into the corner. Works it up top for Grant. Back out to Shada. Now Mahler on the drive to Olson. 45 seconds remaining. Smith out to Mahler. 3-ball. Good.
I was wondering when they were going to give her enough space to get the green light, and she can be dangerous from beyond the arc.
What was a 15-point game down to 10. Pass down and low for Klein. Tipped away. Taken away by Grant, and a foul on Anselmo-Merna, and free throws for Twin Loup.
And that foul going to go on Kaylee Klein. That's her first. But like we said, that's where the new rule comes into play. We wouldn't normally be shooting free throws right now unless it was a shooting foul. But with 5 or more in the quarter, that means Twin Loup going to the free throw line.
Free throw good. Well, with all the fouls that we had in the first quarter, I think we would be still having not only the bonus but the double bonus at this point from the old days.
Mm-hmm.
Second one from Grant after missing the first is on the way, and that one is good. Makes it a single-digit lead now, and a timeout going to be taken by Coach Kirchman for Anselmo-Merna. 29.7 to go in the half, 35-26, Anselmo-Merna.
Happy New Year from all of us at Melham Medical Center in Broken Bow. We thank you for trusting us with your family's care throughout the year, and we look forward to making your healthcare experience comfortable and dependable for years to come. We invite you to visit our website, melham.org, to learn more about us, including our services, history, careers, and more. That's melham.org. Melham Medical Center, large enough to serve, small enough to care. Wishing you a Happy New Year.
The student athletes you are cheering on during this broadcast practice and study in order to get their competition and schoolwork done right. At Trotter Service, they do the same, except with your vehicle repairs. Whether you need a new battery, brake work and alignment, tires, wheels, or an overhaul, trust their auto repair specialists to tackle the job. Don't forget bulk oil and fuel delivery and on-the-farm tire truck service too. Proud to help bring you this broadcast, Trotter Service in Broken Bow.
We come back. Sargent with the steal, Twin Loup with the steal. We're back here at Sargent, and Reagan Mahler knocks down a 3. It's a 6-point game. 35-29. Down low, tie up, and it will go with Anselmo-Merna with 10 seconds remaining.
Well, this is exactly what the doctor ordered for Twin Loup, some momentum going into halftime, and a bonus to that is scoring some points.
Miller to toss it in, gets it into Klein. Klein knocked away and out of bounds. Hustling to do so was Miranda Olson. Myers will come back in with 6.9 remaining. Klein will sit down. AM had a 15-point lead, but it's been a 9-0 run to close the half so far for Twin Loup. Myers gets the inbounds down to 5 seconds. Being guarded closely by Smith. Myers on the run, down low, never got a shot off, and that is the half. At one point, it was 35-20 in favor of Anselmo-Merna. A couple of threes and a couple steals, and Twin Loup with 9 in a row to finish the half Your score, Anselmo-Merna 35, Twin Loup 29. We'll be back with halftime stats and more here on the Thunderbird 95.3.
Acquiring a lush green lawn is a lot of work. Worry no more. A2Z Lawn Pro's fertilizer program is the solution to ease your mind and lessen your work. Any time of the season is a good time to start. Eliminate weeds, strengthen your grass, and even keep bugs away with liquid fertilizer treatments mixed with micronutrients for a recipe that works specifically in this area. 30 years of experience. 308-870-1762 for A to Z Lawn Pro. That's A to Z Lawn Pro at 870-1762.
Hi, Central Nebraska. This is Chip, your local insurance ally. At Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, we're not just about insurance, we're about community. From auto coverage in your sweet home to the barn and everything it holds, we have you covered. Speaking of coverage, we are proud to support broadcasts of our local student athletes as well as the Huskers here on the radio for our fellow Nebraskans. Come see me, Chip, in Callaway, or call 308-836-2201. Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, your insurance, your community, and your winning team.
Brandon and Barb Miller with Cursivo Cattle are proud Anselmo-Merna Coyote supporters. Selecting for superior genetics and raising cattle in a sustainable manner has always been the foundation of Cursivo Cattle. Just like the athletes in the game, their offering of bred heifers and feeder cattle were developed to perform with excellence. Contact them in Myrna, proud supporters of the Anselmo-Merna Coyotes and this broadcast. Brandon and Barb Miller with Cursivo Cattle of Myrna.
Consolidated Companies is a proud sponsor of our student athletes. Everyone wants to get to the events and cheer on their students, but sometimes you just can't. Keeping up to date on all the local sports is hard to do, but Consolidated Superfast Broadband can change that. Find all the latest information on local school and broadcast channel web pages, along with news and weather. For more information, call Consolidated.
Just as all the athletes show hard work and dedication throughout the season, the Anselmo-Merna Booster Club is dedicated to supporting them. They want to express their encouragement to all the teams, not only during game time, but also during every practice, every drill, every rep, every challenge. A lot goes into each time you compete, and the boosters are very proud of you. Good luck from the Anselmo-Merna Boosters.
Tri-S Ag loves supporting the Central Nebraska community. Whether it's a local event or a sporting event for the kids, they support the local youth from the area because they are our future. Life gets crazy and you can't make it to every event. That's why they're proud to help sponsor this broadcast for those who want to cheer on the bright student athletes of Central Nebraska. Whether from home, in the shop, in the tractor, or on the road, enjoy the broadcast. Brought to you by Tri-S Ag.
Private is proud to support student athletes as they work hard to achieve their goals. When it comes to financial goals, Scott Harvey wants to help you reach them. To create a strategy through insurance, investments, or planning for retirement that reflects your priorities and protects what matters most to you, well, call Scott Harvey with Thrive It Financial at 308-872-2511. 35-20 at one point in this game, but then Twin Loup over the last couple of minutes went on a 9-0 run, and as we go to the halftime locker room, Anselmo-Merna 35, Twin Loup 29 in the girls' game. And with all the first half numbers, here's Jeremy Scheib.
All right, thanks, Larry. Leading the scoring for Anselmo-Merna as the visitors in this one. McKenna Miller having a great first half. 17 points, 5 of 5 from the free throw line. 6 points for Rhiannon Myers, 3 points apiece by Lily Thornton and Addison Priest, 2 points for Riley Marsh, Shaylee Coleman, and Kaylee Klein. Anselmo-Merna 6 of 7 from the free throw line, 12 turnovers against 9 rebounds. For Twin Loup, the home team, kind of a little bit more evenly spread as far as the scoring goes. Reagan Mahler with a couple three-pointers there in the second quarter for 6 of her 10 first quarter points. 8 points for Cassidy Grant, 6 for Miranda Olson, 3 for Madison Glidden, and Aaron Smith with 2 points to round out scoring for Twin Loup in the first half. 13 turnovers to 12 rebounds. So both of these teams turning the ball over more than they're rebounding it at this point, Larry. But the one stat that stands out to me the most amongst all of the ones that I read to you is one that I haven't read to you yet. Twin Loup down by 6 in this game, shooting 5 of 13 from the free throw line. Those free points sitting out there, not put in at the charity stripe, are costing them a lead in this one.
And one other unofficial stat that I've been keeping, and we talked about McKenna Miller for Anselmo-Merna, kind of going for that school record of 109 steals. Well, with 4 in the first half, she's at 108. Next one would tie it, and a second one in the second half would give her the school record in her junior year. That's quite an accomplishment.
Yeah, and then from that point forward, all the pressure is taken off. And, a lot of people say, they think about that between the games, not so much during the game. You're kind of thinking about the little intricacies of the game. But when all the pressure is off, and you do that before you even reach postseason in your junior season, then everything else is just icing on the cake from then forward in your senior year. So excited for her, whether it happens in this game or not. I'd venture to guess it's going to happen at some point this season. So early congratulations to her, I guess.
And Anselmo-Merna with the 6-point advantage as we get ready for the third quarter. We'll have it for you right after this. You're listening to 95.3 KBBN Broken Bow.
Is being brought to you in part by the Twin Loup Boosters, whose members include Taylor Storage, Team Physical Therapy, Terry and Chandra Horkey TCH Seeds, The Ritz Cafe, Trotter Grain and Fertilizer, Trotter's Woe and Go, Upstream Ranch, Valley County Health System, and What a Big Ranch, Casey, Kathy, Cash, Emily, Talon, and Zyzen Tobias. Enjoy the broadcast brought to you in part by the Twin Loup Boosters.
Electricity. We use it every single day. Kristen Electric is ready to help you with your electric projects and underground farm remodels and new construction. If it needs electricity, Kristen Electric can get it there. Call 308-258-4164. They'll figure out a plan to get you on the way to having reliable electricity. For underground, farm, remodels, and new construction. Proud to support the Anselmo-Merna Coyotes by sponsoring this broadcast. Kristen Electric.
Do you hear that? That's the roar of the crowd cheering on your hometown favorites. It's Nate Bell here at Universal Insurance Agency, a division of GTA Insurance Group, and we'd like to thank you for your continued support over the years. We enjoy servicing you and continuing to grow the next generation. Stop by and see us on South East Street in Broken Bow or call us at 308-872-6438. You can also visit www.gtagroup.com. We are a proud supporter of local students, athletes, and youth. See possible.
Central Nebraska Diesel is a proud sponsor of high school sports and the student athletes who work hard each and every day. They're also proud to offer you Rainke products. When you need performance that you can count on, ask them about Rainke. Central Nebraska Diesel is happy to bring this action to those who can attend. Enjoy the broadcast, and when you need pivot service from start to finish, call Central Nebraska Diesel at 643-2544. Rainke, more right than rain.
When it comes to graphic tees, Triple M T-shirts does all kinds. They have a special place in their hearts for spirit wear because there's nothing quite like cheering on your favorite student athletes right here at home. You name it, they've made it. Custom designs are doable from sizes newborn to 5XL. Make your T-shirt design a reality with Melissa Myers and Triple M T-shirts. Search for the group on Facebook or call 870-0149. Mention this ad and receive 10% off your order through February. Melissa Myers with Triple M T-shirts.
Trotter Incorporated is happy to bring you this broadcast of high school sports. At Trotters, they're happy to support all the youth in the area, not only in sports, but in all of their extracurricular activities. A balance of school and activities will prepare them to balance their lives in the future, and Trotter Incorporated commends them for all of their hard work. They're proud of all of the area athletes and are excited to help bring you this sports broadcast. Trotter Incorporated.
And we come back here to Sargent High School Gymnasium, where it's 35-29, and Anselmo-Merna on top of Twin Loup. Well, we were thinking it was going to be an important last couple of minutes in that first half for both teams, and it was Twin Loup who stepped up went on a 9-0 run and got themselves right back into this one, Jeremy.
Yeah, they did. And, you know, besides the score to that point, everything else was pretty even. Both teams turning the ball over at about the same rate. Twin Loup definitely wants to shoot the ball better at the free throw line, especially with how many fouls have been committed in this game. I don't anticipate that the fouls are going to slow down in the second half. So you got to start knocking some of those home. They should have the lead right now if they knock home a few of those.
Lady Wolves will start with the basketball, so a chance to cut into that lead even some more with it up top. Olson. By the way, Madison Glidden, who's got 4 fouls, is going to start the second half. She'll launch a 3. It's off the mark, no good. Smith the rebound, turnaround, fall away, couldn't get it to go. Tipped around, controlled by Miller. Outlet by Myers. She's fast enough to run it down. Gives off to a trailing Miller and puts it in. Good look by Myers to see the trailer. And McKenna Miller lays it home, 37-29.
So important in the game of basketball, not only what you do when you're dribbling the basketball, but what you do without it. And McKenna is great at those cuts.
Glidden, bounce pass down low. Spin move, triple team, putting it up. Grant, no good. Weak side rebound cleared out by Myers. Myers ahead to Marsh. Marsh, now she's out there with 3 fouls. Gives it back to Myers, 12-footer, good. And AM with the answer to start the third. Back-to-back buckets puts it back to a double-digit lead at 39-29. And the ball kicked away. Taken away now by Thornton. Leads ahead to Marsh. Just avoided the defender. Glidden kind of got out of the way. She didn't want to pick up her 5th, but it was tipped out of bounds by Twin Loup. Glidden's going to come out of there, and Shada's going to come back in. Marsh will trigger it in. Baseline left side, ball tipped, and a tie-up. It will stay with Anselmo-Merna. Shada got a piece of that inbound, then Smith able up to tie up Myers. And Miller will trigger it in. Slaps the ball, calls the play. They'll work it around the perimeter. Into the paint for Thornton. It's stolen away by Olson. Miranda down the right side. Into the corner, being guarded closely by Marsh. Marsh knocked it away, but Olson got it back. Into the paint to Grant, and she is fouled by Coleman.
Yeah, Shaley got caught reaching from behind. Grant had optimum position there, and Shaley really didn't have much of a chance at that one, but sometimes it's just hard to keep your arm from putting itself out there.
Glidden's going to come back in, and Shada will sit down. 6:26 to go, third quarter. 39-29 Anselmo-Merna. Pass down low, kicked away by Myers. It'll stay with Twin Loup. Lady Wolves looking for their first points of the second half. They ended the half on a 9-0 run to draw back within 6, but AM has answered with 4 to start the third quarter. Glidden up top, down low to Grant. Triple team and stolen away by Myers. Leads it ahead to Marsh. 3-on-2, off to the right side, putting it up. Coleman couldn't get it to go. Tapped out by Marsh to Myers, and now Miller resets. Myers along the right side, down in the paint. Coleman puts it up too strong. Weak side rebound cleared out of there by Glidden. Tiffany into the forecourt. Madison puts it up, no good. Rebound taken out of there by Miller. Feed ahead, Coleman's got a lane, takes it in. Felt the contact, couldn't get it to go. And on the rebound, a foul's going to go, I believe, on Coleman. Trying to get that back from Grant. And that's going to be her third foul.
Yeah, if Twin Loup remains aggressive, things could get very interesting for several girls for Anselmo-Merna. Riley Marsh, Shaylee Coleman, and Gracie McIntyre all with 3 fouls. Now, two of those 3 names I mentioned are starters.
Along the baseline, shot was from 10, no good by Grant. The rebound and stolen away by Myers. Here comes Thornton down the left side. Nobody picks her up, goes into the corner. From Marsh, she'll step in for a 12-footer, no good. And Grant on the weak side will bring it away. Gives off to Glidden, feet ahead. Mahler drives, blocked from behind, but a late whistle. And I believe Mahler will shoot 2. If that's on Myers, that is going to be her 4th, I believe.
I had her for 3.
Yep, 3. Okay, yep. It was McIntyre who picked up the third. So now 3 players for AM with 3 fouls. Free throw by Mahler, no good.
That are starters anyway. Gracie McIntyre has 3 as well. So
Yes.
4 players, 3 of them starters with 3 fouls.
Coleman comes out, and McIntyre comes back in. So 1 player with 3 fouls comes out, 1 goes in. Mahler's second free throw is good, and Twin Loup on the board here in the third quarter. 39-30. That's kind of the way we started the first half, on a 4-1 run for AM. They've got the ball. Myers on the left wing. Man-to-man defense. Up top, Marsh working against Shada. Dribbles in, cut off. Works up, back up top for Thornton, and she moves the pivot foot.
Yep, exactly that. Kind of got caught with her pivot foot behind her on a tiptoe, and when she went to turn to her left to throw it, picked that up, and that's I've been impressed by the officiating here tonight. It's been called really, really well, and that's a travel call that doesn't always get whistled, but it 100% was a travel.
Clinton loses possession of the ball, and Myers comes up with it. A foul quickly called on Twin Loup. That's the second one on Reagan Mahler. 4:47 remaining, third quarter, and Anselmo-Merna has led most of the way. They lead right now 39-30. Twin Loup had a 1-0 lead, and that's been it. Myers into the paint, drives, scoops it up and in. She's got such a good first step.
She does, and really 8 of her 10 points have been on drives that looked exactly like that one. The defense just left her.
Smith had her pass knocked away and stolen away by Miller, off to Myers. Couldn't get it to go, but a foul will go on Shada. And by the way, that steal is going to be good enough to tie McKenna Miller for Anselmo-Merna's school record. The next one will break it for steals. Second foul on Shada. 4:19 remaining in the third. It'll be McIntyre, I believe, over there to throw it in. Or no, Priest lobs it in, gets it to Myers along the baseline. Tip, but retrieved by Thornton. Now with it, it's Myers on the wing. Into the corner for Priest. Brings it up top. Lob down low through the hands of McIntyre, and a turnover.
Well, if you're Twin Loup down 11, you've obviously given up more points than you wanted to start this third quarter, but kind of in a similar position, same kind of amount of time. Maybe they can go on a little run here in the third.
Smith drives in, kicks it off in the corner from Mahler. Up top, long shot from Olsen. It's a 2. She had a foot on the line. Stepped forward, and she knocks down the 19-footer. 41-32. Priest takes it in, puts it up, puts it in.
After a made shot, too, that's just a defensive breakdown by Twin Loup.
Yeah, they left a wide open lane, and she said, I'm just going to take it in. With it, it's Mahler, gives off to Smith. Work over to the right side for Shada. Shada just lost the ball. It'll belong to Anselmo-Merna. So with 3:27 remaining, quarter number 3, Coyotes will come the other direction. Controlling, Myers gives off to Miller. Miller, lob down low to McIntyre. Lost it, got it back. Bounce out to Priest on the right wing. Drives up top, gives off Miller. Miller working against Mahler. Now to McIntyre, into the paint, cut off. Back to Myers. Myers has a lane, then she loses it. Taken away by Rodocker. Into the forecourt comes Shada. Priest will pick her up. Shada caught up on the baseline, and a foul. And this will go against Anselmo-Merna, and I think that's going against McIntyre.
Yeah, I think that'll be her 4th, and it is.
And the team's 4th, so the next one puts Twin Loup into the bonus.
And if you remember back to the second quarter, it wasn't really the free throw line where they did the damage, but it was at about that time where we would have had free throws the rest of the way.
Bounce, Olsen trying to put it up down low after throwing it in. She got it back, and off the miss, Klein is going to be called for the travel. She was trying to get kind of free of the defender who was down at her ankles. and she stepped out of it, and that was the pivot foot. So 43-32. Twin Loup will throw it in. They trail by 11. Glidden gives it off to Olson. Down low to Rodacher. Now finds Smith for a 12-footer. Won't go. Cleared out of there by Thornton. Thornton to Miller. Back to Thornton. Down the right side. Open. Myers toes up a three. No good. Long rebound brought down by Olson. Miranda Olson will head into the forecourt. Smith. Way up top. And a steal by Miller. She'll take it in, and a little too strong. And then on the rebound, Olson will be tied up by Thornton. And unofficially, I have her for 6 steals, McKenna Miller, which means she would be setting a new Anselmo-Merna school record.
Yep, heard a little bit of extra cheering behind that one there, and she's got some family on the far side from across from us holding up a couple of signs, so I think they were on the same page as you. Congratulations, McKenna.
With it, it's Glidden from 18 feet, no good. Rebound brought down by Priest to Miller, and then she has it stolen from her by Olson. And then reaching in to knock it away is Priest, and we'll head the other direction. Twin Loup will have it. Minute 42 remaining in the third. 43-32 the score. Olson triggers it in for Glidden. Glidden to the high post, tipped by Priest into the hands of Marsh. Off to Myers, drives, left it short. Rebound though to Coleman. Back out to Marsh from 15. She'll knock it home. Good ball movement by Anselmo-Merna once they got into that half court. And their lead is back up to 13 at 45-32. Glidden through traffic, puts it up, couldn't get it to go, but she'll be shooting free throws.
That's kind of what Twin Loup needs, even though they haven't shot free throws very well. You kind of want to grind back into one and carry some momentum into the fourth. Got to get some shots to go from the free throw line. That, by the way, was the 4th foul on Shaylee Coleman. 2nd AM Coyote to pick up her 4th foul. So that's another storyline to keep an eye on as we head to the fourth quarter. That's a lot of basketball to continue to play.
Yeah, especially the way the fouls have been called here tonight. Free throw, though, no good by Glidden. She'll have another one here. Puts it up and got it. 45-33 with 1:14 to go in the third. Glidden, who has 4 fouls herself, will come out. They've been putting her in whenever they can for offense and then trying to get her out for the defensive end and bringing in Shada. With it up top, Myers for Thornton. Thornton dish off to Miller. Up top, Marsh fakes the three, drives, finds Myers. She's cut off, tipped by Grant. Saved in, though, by Thornton and into the hands of Mahler. Mahler into the forecourt. Works it over to Olson to the free throw line. Back out to Shada. 42 seconds to go in the third. Rodacher, lob over to the left side. Shot by Mahler is a three. Reagan Mahler's hit 3 of those in the game, and it's back to single digits. 45-36. Priest for a 3. Got it right back. Nothing but the net. 48-36. 20 seconds remaining here in the third. Olson 30 feet away, and a timeout going to be taken by Twin Loup. We'll take it with them. 15 seconds to go in the third. 48-36 Anselmo-Merna.
At the Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow, Carmen and the staff know that they had a blessed 2023 because of you, their wonderful customers. Change can be hard, but it can be fun as well. In the new year, swing by the Tumbleweed Cafe for express breakfast and lunch options, like delicious breakfast sandwiches, burritos, and cinnamon rolls in the drive-thru 6 a.m. to 11 a.m., Monday to Friday, and express lunch from 11 to 2. Don't forget take and bake casseroles, too. Happy New Year from the Tumbleweed Cafe, East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Is your quality of life suffering due to low back and leg pain? Don't let it happen. Studies have shown that spinal manipulation as a great first method of treatment. Call Dr. Chad Hackle of Backbone of Healthcare at 872-2171 or visit Monday through Friday on South 9th Avenue in Broken Bow. 48-36 our score. 12-point advantage for Anselmo-Merna. Twin Loup will have the basketball and toss it in. They'll get it into Glidden. Glidden works it over to the right side, being guarded by Marsh. Bounce up top for Mahler. Mahler's been hot, launches a long three. It won't go. Rebound, though, to Rodacher. Up and in with 2 seconds to go. Priest from three-quarters court. Going to come up a little short. We'll go to the fourth quarter. Anselmo-Merna 48, Twin Loup 38. Join us in the fourth here on 95.3.
Cold weather. It comes around each year. Where it should not be making an appearance is inside your house. If it is, that's when you need to call Taylor Heating and Cooling. Because Mother Nature brings the coldest, nastiest weather to Nebraska, you need to bring Matt and Andy your direction to get your system running at peak efficiency. Call 308-872-6196 for sales, installation, and service from Taylor Heating and Cooling. Call 308-872-6196.
Stomach rumbling? If you're in the Anselmo area, you're in luck. If not, turn toward Foo Bar and Grill in Anselmo. There's always something cooking, and specials change almost every day. Be sure to keep up with them on Facebook to see what specials are ahead and what's hitting the grill. Reserve ahead by messaging them on Facebook or call 749-2552. Enjoy the broadcast. Brought to you in part by Foo Bar and Grill in Anselmo.
Minutes remaining in this contest, 48-38. Anselmo-Merna leading Twin Loup as we go to the final quarter of play. It'll belong to Anselmo-Merna. Inbounds will go to Marsh. Marsh works it up top. Left side for Miller. Marsh dribbles in. Spin move, cut off there. Lobs over to Miller. Miller back out. New player in the lineup, shooting the three up that time. Riley Schmidt, who just checked in for the first time. 5'5" junior. We had a good look at that. Looked like it might go, but it was just short, Jeremy.
Yeah, the left to right aim was there.
Inbounds will come from Schmidt. Gets it in. Nice look. Gets it to Myers, who'll kiss it off the glass for two. 50-38. 7:36 remaining here in the game. Shada works it over to the right side. Now back over to Smith. Controlling on the left side, Mahler. To Olson. Shada on the drive. 12-footer. In and out, no good. Rebound to Grant. Her follow, no good, but she'll draw the foul.
And now it gets interesting because every time there's a foul, you kind of have to raise your eyebrows and say, oh, who's that on? Did they pick up 4 or 5? And that is the 4th foul that is whistled on Rhiannon Myers. So 3 different players for Anselmo-Merna with 4 fouls each. Shaylee Coleman, Rhiannon Myers, who are both starters, and Gracie McIntyre as well.
And if you're Twin Loup, you got to go inside to Cassidy Grant and try to challenge that some more. She missed the first free throw. It went in and out. Second one on the way. That one's good. 50-39, 7:18 remaining. Marshall bring it across the timeline left side. Finds Coleman. Now up top, Marsh at the free throw line. Left side, Schmidt for a long 2. It's short. Rebound, though, up and in for Thornton. Lily Thornton with the putback. 52-39. We've played a little more than a minute here in the fourth. Lob down low. Grant, they go to her. Went off balance, couldn't get it to go. Rebound out of there by Coleman. Miller ahead to Schmidt. 2-on-2. Off to Marsh. Into the paint. Back over to Schmidt. Back down low, and it's ripped away by Grant, and that might be the 5th foul on Shaylee Coleman.
Yep. They report that to her. Just got caught in a tough position. Got put in a bad position, really. Was on the receiving end of it, and she was caught up with Grant. That's just a great job by Grant ripping that ball away and all that contact in there. That's one starter down for Anselmo-Merna for 6.5 minutes here, and she's a big presence on both sides of the floor.
Non-shooting foul, so Twin Loup with the basketball, trailing by 13, though. but make it 11 as Glidden hits it along the baseline from about 10 feet away. 52-41. Schmidt back up top for Marsh. Work it right side for McIntyre from 12. Can't get it to go, and there's Grant. And it's ripped away by McIntyre, but then she falls to the floor, and it's a traveling violation.
Well, that's a good job by her staying aggressive despite having 4 fouls. It tends to scare a lot of people. When you get 4 fouls, you're not sure what to do in those situations. You just got to keep playing basketball to your brand.
Working over to the right side to Mahler. Bounce left side for Glidden. Into the corner. And ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by McIntyre. So Twin Loup near their own bench will trigger it in. And it bounces in to Glidden. Glidden working the man-to-man up top. Over to Olsen, or that's Smith. Now Olsen on the left side. Dribbles to the free throw line. Smith for a 3. Off the mark, no good. Miller with the weak side rebound. Runs it into the forecourt. It's got numbers now. Drives, puts it up, left it short. They crash the boards, and Smith comes away with it. They've got Grant down court. She doesn't see her. But now Glidden will bring it across the timeline. Feed off into the left side. Mahler, her shot blocked by Miller. Retrieved by Thornton. Pass ahead to Miller. Down the left side, taking it in. Schmidt over to Marsh, and he's going to bring it out. Coach Kirchman said, reset the offense, slow it down a bit. 5:10 remaining, 11-point game. Marsh along the baseline to McIntyre. Thornton for 3, got it! Lily Thornton with the bucket, and a timeout, 5:02 to go in this one. 55-41, and Anselmo-Merna with the lead.
Of the Twin Loup Wolves is being brought to you in part by the Twin Loup Boosters, whose members include Agland ATV, Burwell Dental Clinic, Burwell Pharmacy, Calamus Outfitters, Central Nebraska Electric, Central Nebraska Medical Clinic, The Corner Stop, Craig and Diane Van Kira, Diamond Ring Ranch, Dows Farms LLC, Erickson Law Office, First National Bank, and Frontier Family Pharmacy. Enjoy the broadcast brought to you in part by the Twin Loup Boosters.
We've got spirit, yes we do. We've got spirit, how about you? Here at Nebraska State Bank, we've got school spirit. Introducing mascot debit cards from Nebraska State Bank. Now you can go to your local NSB branch and request a new debit card for your favorite high school team. The Broken Bow Indians, South Loop Bobcats, or Anselmo-Merna debit cards are available by instant issue. You'll only pay $10, and the entire amount will be passed along to your school. It's a win-win situation, right? Take your school pride to the next level at Nebraska State Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
5 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in this girls game. And it's been Anselmo-Merna in the lead from the get-go, other than the 1-0 Twin Loup lead right off the start. They built up a lead as much as 15. It was knocked back down to 6. There's another steal for McKenna Miller the other way, and fouled from behind by Reagan Mahler. But I think it'll be 2 shots anyway. And McKenna Miller will go to the line. That's going to be 3 on Mahler.
It's something you really can't afford right now if your Twin Loup is turnovers. This game is not out of reach yet, but those chest passes that far away just are not going to work at this point, really any point of the game, and Anselmo-Merna has been picking those off all night.
56-41, the second free throw no good, but a long rebound brought down by McIntyre. Brings it up top for Marsh. Now finds Priest, right side. Thornton on the wing. Thornton will dribble in. Dish off for McIntyre. McIntyre left side for Priest. Into the paint, intended for McIntyre. Tipped around and out of bounds. It'll stay with AM. 4 minutes and 35 seconds remaining. It'll be baseline left side. Thornton to toss it in. Gets it in to Priest. They'll work it around the perimeter. McIntyre up top, left side for Thornton. Looking for a screen, now gets it. Miller had it knocked away and taken away by Olsen. Olsen has to hold up in the forecourt. Off to Mahler. Top of the key, right side now for Smith. They'll back off her a bit. Get it over to Grant. Smith to Mahler. Started closely there by Miller. He'll get it back to Mahler, and she may have walked, yes. Kind of took that extra baby step, and Anselmo-Merna will have it after the turnover. Myers back into the lineup. McIntyre will sit down. 4 minutes and 5 seconds to go here in the regulation. Don't forget, we've got the boys' game to follow. It was a monster of a game last week in the MNAC tournament. 3-ball no good by Priest. Long rebound belongs to Olson for Twin Loup. To Mahler. Over to Smith. Her 3 off the iron, no good. Long rebound run down by Shada. Over to Grant, who'll put it up from 10. And a timeout taken here on the court. 3:37 remaining. It is 56-41. And we do want to say thanks to one of our fine sponsors that includes Klang Financial. If you've got questions about health and life insurance, maybe you have retirement planning needs, your friends at Klang Financial are honored to help. Reach them at 872-6810 or visit them in downtown Broken Bow at 940 South D Street. Klang Financial is proud to help bring you this high school sports action. 56-43 our score. And so let's talk a little bit about the strategy for both these teams in the final 3:37.
Well, if you're Anselmo-Merna, you just can't give up a run, right? You want to value possessions. You still don't want to stop being aggressive because we've seen that just kind of hold up teams as well. If you're Twin Loup, you kind of want to do the exact opposite. Of course, you don't want to turn the ball over, but it's got to be go, go, go. You got to look to get good scoring opportunities, but the further you grind into this game, less and less you look at quality shot opportunities and just take what's given to you.
Coyotes with the ball as full court pressure. They'll beat it. Priest will run it into the forecourt. They'll work it up top. Marsh gives off to Myers. Myers to Priest. Priest, right side now for Marsh. Into Thornton. Spins, puts it up, no good. Got her own board. Back out to Marsh. Fakes the shot. Drives, cut off by Shada. And a timeout going to be taken by Anselmo-Merna. 3:06 to go in the game. 56-43. AM back after this.
When your car gets dented, dinged, smashed, or smacked, the last thing you should have to worry about is it being in the right hands to get it fixed. When you choose Rod's Body and Paint in Broken Bow, your vehicle will leave their shop looking great. Don't forget, Rod can also help you with those windshield chips. Take care of them before they get worse and cost you more money. If your windshield already needs replaced, they can do that too. Rod's Body and Paint on the curb, west of Broken Bow.
Back to the Sargent High School Gymnasium, 56-43, and Anselmo-Merna, they've got the ball, shot put up off the inbounds by Miller and retrieved by Smith. Time now a factor for Twin Loup, trailing by 13. High post they go, nice move by Grant, but she left it short. Rebound brought down by Myers. Myers will run it into the forecourt, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Shada. That one comes zero in this area, right down the hall and back out. So it'll be Anselmo-Merna to trigger it in near their own bench. Getting it into Marsh, guarded very closely to Shada, and it's an over and back. And trying to maintain the ball, she got the step across, and turnover gives it back to Twin Loup with 2:46 remaining.
And at this mark, right now is a good time if you're Twin Loup to get that run started. Down 13, just under 3 to go. Be a good time.
On the last 2 minutes of the first half, they went on a 9-0 run. See if they've got one here in the second half. It wouldn't go for Grant, but Olson the rebound. And then Glidden tried to save it in, but when she did, she was already out of bounds. She did a nice job of knocking it off of one of the AM players, but had a foot out of bounds. Rodocker will come back in. Grant's going to sit down. Coyotes will throw it in. It'll be Miller to do so. Marsh is out there along with Thornton, Myers, and Priest. For Twin Loup, it's Olson, Shada, Rodacher, Mahler, and Smith. On the drive up top, Priest works it back out to Marsh. And Twin Loup has not committed very many fouls. And backdoor play, perfectly run to Rhiannon Myers. She lays it home, and it's a 15-point game, 58-43. And now the steal. Marsh ahead to Myers, lays it up, in, and AM has their biggest lead of the game of 17, 60-43. Mahler deep on the left wing. Finds Smith. Works it over to the right side. Olson along the baseline. High arching shot, no good. Going up for the rebound, it'll be Miller coming away. 1-on-3. She'll hold it up. Give off to Marsh. Nobody picked her up. She'll drive in, lay it up and in.
Sometimes the offense can just be so simple.
So here comes Twin Loup, now down 62-43 with a minute 20 remaining. Shada dribbling along the perimeter. Olson will put up the check that Smith puts up the shot, no good. Rebound Shada, her follow from 12, no good. And off the rebound, Myers, a timeout's going to be taken, so we'll take it with them. 1:09 to go here in the ballgame, 62-43, Anselmo-Merna.
Producers, the clock is ticking to save big on your spring seed at Arrow Seed. Save up to 11% on Arrow Seed alfalfa by prepaying by February 1st. By only ordering your alfalfa and summer annual forages by February 1st, you can save 5%. Save on Arrow Seed oats, too. Order by February 1st for 25 cents per bag or 15 cents per bushel in totes or bulk discounts. Talk to your local Arrow Seed dealer today to take advantage of these money-saving offers. Learn more at arrowseed.com.
Well, that timeout was pretty quick. AM with the turnover. Twin Loup comes the other way, and a lot of subs in there now. For Twin Loup, Lexi Starr, 5'10 junior, is checked into the game for the first time. Also, Carson Vincent, 5'4 sophomore, will check AM's numbers. Somebody new in there is Haley Miller, a 5'5 sophomore. Also, Halsey Baxter, 5'10 junior, along with Mackenzie Burnett, a 6' senior. 55.7 remaining here in the game. Set to throw it in. Cassie Clements, 5'5 junior for Twin Loup, who's checked into the lineup. She'll get it into Shada. Lorena Shada with it. Works it over to the right side. Dish off. Now to Rodacher. She'll launch from 18. Off the mark, no good. Rebound, though, down along the baseline by Vincent. Gets it down to Starr. Her 5-footer, no good. Partially blocked. Retrieved out of there defensively by Baxter. And the ball will go over to Anselmo-Merna. Schmidt will trigger it in. Gets it in to Miller. Miller across the timeline to the free throw line. Dish off to Myers. To Baxter, and it's stolen away. Coming up with it, Clements. Clements has got numbers, throws it up, no good, and it's going to be taken out of there by Burnett. Down to 15 seconds to go. Holds it up in the backcourt. Feed ahead for Miller. Miller along the left side. 3 ball on the way for Schmidt. That won't go. Rebound to Klein. And launching it at the buzzer and coming up short is Halsey Baxter. Your final score in the girls' game. Anselmo-Merna 62, Twin Loup 43. Anselmo-Merna improves to 8-12 on the season. Twin Loup will drop to 7-11. We'll take a timeout, come back here to Sargent, and give you the final numbers here on 95.3. And right now they are also recognizing McKenna Miller with breaking that record in with the all-time school steals with the balloons and the sign. So we'll come back right after this on the Thunderbird.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Contact your local Shelter Insurance agents, Brent Custer or Seth Pearson in Broken Bow.
Custer Federal has been helping customers acquire new and or improve existing homes for over 90 years. We are excited to have the opportunity to help you finance your home purchase, improvement, or refinance. Whether it is move-in ready or a fixer-upper, we have mortgage experts who are up to speed on all types of financial solutions. We will work with you from application to closing to make the process as easy as possible. Get the keys to your dream home with Custer Federal, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The Grocery Cart Rewards Program is a great way for you to save on items in the aisles and on gas for your car. Every month we feature new products you can purchase with points you earn from shopping at the Grocery Cart, or use your points at Casey's and Broken Bow to fill up with a discount. Signing up is easy, just ask them at the Grocery Cart. Scan your card and earn those free groceries. It's easy as that at Grocery Cart in Broken Bow.
Friendly rivals, hometown pride, wearing your school's colors. Small towns are brought together cheering on their favorite teams. Agland ATV knows how hard the athletes and coaches work year-round and are proud to help sponsor the games of our customers and their kids and grandkids. We have built relationships with many of these families through the years and are proud of their success. Best of luck to all the local athletes from Agland ATV in Broken Bow.
872-3424.
Agland ATV, West Highway 2, Broken Bow, 872-3424.
If the cold weather does anything, it makes us notice the drafts our homes are letting through. Meath Lumber in Broken Bow is proud to be your local solution for sailing up those drafts and making your home more efficient. They sell quality Anderson windows. Both 100 and 400 series are available for your new construction or replacement project. Of course, they have the foam for around those windows too. Meath Lumber is still being remodeled, but inside, their knowledgeable staff is ready to help with your DIY project.
Are you afraid of falling? Team Physical Therapy can help. 872-5111. Good balance is essential for a healthy, active life. Team Physical Therapy is here to help you stay healthy, improve your balance, and keep you active. 872-5111. Our highly trained physical therapist will design a personalized plan for you to help you improve your stability, decrease risk of falling, and get you back to doing what you love. Don't let that balance issue keep you at home, or if it does, we can come to you. Call Team Physical Therapy 872-5111.
You'll find lots of new items arriving at Geared for Sports in Broken Bow. Scott is excited to have added footwear from Merrill and Twisted X to his selection, men's and women's, in addition to Twisted X youth sizes. Another new addition is Awala water bottles. Check them out. They're the latest rage in staying hydrated. Open Monday to Friday 10 to 6 and Saturday 10 to 4. Check out all the new arrivals at Geared for Sports, west side of the square in Broken Bow.
62-43, the final score in the girls' game. Anselmo-Merna getting their 8th win of the season by beating Twin Loup. And with the numbers, here's Jeremy.
All right, thank you very much, Larry. Let's take a look first at the visitors. Anselmo-Merna scoring 20 points in the game. McKenna Miller with the leading scoring effort for Anselmo-Merna. 17 points by Rhiannon Myers, 8 points apiece by Lily Thornton as well as Addison Priest, 6 for Riley Marsh, and then 2 apiece for Shaylee Coleman and Kaylee Klein. Free throw line, 8 of 11 for Anselmo-Merna. Both of these teams eclipsing 20 turnovers, well over 40 turnovers in this one between these two teams, and kind of a rough game at times. For Twin Loup, a couple of double-digit scores. Reagan Mahler with 14, Cassidy Grant with 10, 8 for Miranda Olson, and 6 for Madison Glidden. 2 points apiece for Gracie Rodacker and Aaron Smith to round out the scoring. Twin Loup left 10 points out there on the floor. They were 7 of 17 from the free throw and charity stripe. Again, your final score 62-43 in favor of Anselmo-Merna.
All right, that wraps it up for the girls' game. We'll take a timeout and get you ready for the boys' contest. And that's a rematch of a first-round match last week in the MNAC tournament in which Twin Loup won it on a buzzer beater with 2 seconds remaining, 47-44. Should be a fun one coming up. Jeremy will have the call for you here on 95.3.
Sargent Irrigation may be known worldwide, but their roots are right here in central Nebraska, something they are very proud of. They hire right here in the heartland and know their success is due to those quality employees. As a way of showing support for the community, Sargent Irrigation sponsors high school sports broadcasts so those unable to attend can follow the action. Enjoy the broadcast, sponsored in part by Sargent Irrigation in Broken Bow.
February is Heart Month, and Melham Medical Center wants to be sure you are heart healthy. We have 4 cardiologists, Dr. Cookman, Dr. Balwans, Dr. Freeling, and Dr. Dasuki, all who visit our specialty clinic on a regular basis. Don't make a trip out of town when you can get big town doctors right here at home. Call 308-872-4157 to schedule your appointment in a specialty clinic. We look forward to partnering with you to inspire healthy living through quality care.
The student athletes you're cheering on during this broadcast practice and study in order to get their competition and schoolwork done right. At Trotter Service, they do the same, except with your vehicle repairs. Whether you need a new battery, brake work and alignment, tires, wheels, or an overhaul, trust their auto repair specialists to tackle the job. Don't forget bulk oil and fuel delivery and on-the-farm tire truck service too. Proud to help bring you this broadcast, Trotter Service in Broken Bow.
Acquiring a lush green lawn is a lot of work. Worry no more. A2Z Lawn Pro's fertilizer program is the solution to ease your mind and lessen your work. Any time of the season is a good time to start. Eliminate weeds, strengthen your grass, and even keep bugs away with liquid fertilizer treatments mixed with micronutrients for a recipe that works specifically in this area. 30 years of experience. 308-870-1762 for A to Z Lawn Pro. That's A to Z Lawn Pro at 870-1762.
Hi, Central Nebraska. This is Allison, your local insurance ally. At Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, we're not just about insurance, we're about community. From auto coverage and your sweet home to the barn and everything it holds, we have you covered. Speaking of coverage, we are proud to support broadcasts of our local student athletes as well as the Huskers here on the radio for our fellow Nebraskans. Come see me, Allison, in Broken Bow on the east side of the square or call 308-872-6996. Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. Your insurance, your community, your winning team.
We welcome you back to Sargent as the girls' game has gone final, and that means the boys' contest is up next here on KBBN and Sandhills Express Video. Twin Loup coming into this one with a record of 5-13, and Anselmo-Merna a record of 7-10. As we get this broadcast started, we want to thank the sponsors bringing it to you on the radio. They include Consolidated, the AM Boosters, Tri-S Ag, Twin Loup Boosters, Kristen Electric, Universal Insurance Agency, Central Nebraska Diesel, Triple M Custom T-Shirts, Trotter Incorporated, Tumbleweed Cafe, Taylor Heating and Cooling, and the Foo Bar and Grill in Anselmo. Thank you as well to these sponsors you hear on every single broadcast on KCNI and KBBN Radio. Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, A to Z Lawn Pro, Trotter Service, Melham Medical Center, Sargent Irrigation, Geared for Sports, Team Physical Therapy, Mead Lumber, Agland ATV, Grocery Cart, Custer Federal State Bank, Shelter Insurance, Aeroseed, Rods Body and Paint, and Nebraska State Bank. Thank you so much to every single radio and video sponsor. You make it possible for us to be here this evening covering the games of these great student athletes. We're a little bit less than 14 minutes away from the tip of this one. We'll take a break. When we come back, Larry and I will talk about the season both of these teams have had and their previous matchup, which is a pretty darn close one. You're listening to Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
Consolidated Companies is a proud sponsor of our student athletes. Everyone wants to get to the events and cheer on their students, but sometimes you just can't. Keeping up to date on all the local sports is hard to do, but Consolidated Superfast Broadband can change that. Find all the latest information on local school and broadcast channel web pages, along with news and weather. For more information, call Consolidated at 1-800-742-7464. Plus, look for them now on Facebook, facebook.com/Consolidated Companies.
Just as all the athletes show hard work and dedication throughout the season, the Anselmo-Merna Booster Club is dedicated to supporting them. They want to express their encouragement to all the teams, not only during game time, but also during every practice, every drill, every rep, every challenge. A lot goes into each time you compete, and the boosters are very proud of you. Good luck from the Anselmo-Merna Boosters.
Tri-S Ag loves supporting the Central Nebraska community. Whether it's a local event or a sporting event for the kids, they support the local youth from the area because they are our future. Life gets crazy and you can't make it to every event. That's why they're proud to help sponsor this broadcast for those who want to cheer on the bright student athletes of Central Nebraska. Whether from home, in the shop, in the tractor, or on the road, enjoy the broadcast. Brought to you by Tri-S Ag.
Radio coverage of the Twin Loup Wolves is being brought to you in part by the Twin Loup Boosters, whose members include Govier Brothers Mortuary, Grint Farm Supply, Hamilton Telecommunications, Hermsmeyer Agronomy, Hilltop Ranch, Greg, Jody, Terry, and Luke Smith, James and Janice Barron, Joe and Cindy Horkey, KCNI KBBN Radio, Kraus Angus Ranch, Long Valley Ranch, Louie's Body Shop, and Maverick Truck Stop and Fertilizer. Enjoy the broadcast brought to you in part by the Twin Loup Boosters.
Electricity. We use it every single day. Kristen Electric is ready to help you with your electric projects and underground farm remodels and new construction. If it needs electricity, Kristen Electric can get it there. Call 308-258-4164. They'll figure out a plan to get you on the way to having reliable electricity. For underground farm remodels and new construction, proud to support the Anselmo-Merna Coyotes by sponsoring this broadcast. Kristen Electric.
Do you hear that? That's the roar of the crowd cheering on your hometown favorites. It's Nate Bell here at Universal Insurance Agency, a division of GTA Insurance Group, and we'd like to thank you for your continued support over the years. We enjoy servicing you and continuing to grow the next generation. Stop by and see us on Southeast Street in Broken Bow or call us at 308-872-6438. You can also visit www.gtagroup.com. We are a proud supporter of local students, athletes, and youth. See possible.
We welcome you back to the Sargent Gymnasium as we get set for the boys contest of this doubleheader on a Thursday night on KBBN and St. Hills Express Video. Well, Larry, the last time these two boys teams met, you and Brent had coverage of the game, and sounds like it was pretty darn exciting. Anselmo-Merna getting a 47-44 victory in that one.
Yeah, it was a tremendous game. It went back and forth, and you know, both teams played very hard. It was well played, and down the stretch, you know, each team had their opportunity. Quentin Myers, the senior, he stepped back, hit a long three, hit nothing but the net. And then Twin Loup had their chance. They put it in the hands of Quincy Riker. He knew what to do with it. He put it down without touching the iron either with 2 seconds to go. And Anselmo-Merna didn't have a timeout left over, and clock just ran out before they could get off a half-court shot. It was a fun game to call, and it was just a good, even, competitive game.
Couldn't ask for more in an opening round game of a conference tournament for either team, though. I mean, for one of the two teams, you could ask for a win, but as far as entertainment value, as a person on the outside just looking in, it sounds like it was pretty fun.
And strangely enough, though, after Twin Loup got the win, they ended up having back-to-back losses on the winner's side of the bracket in the MNAC tournament, while Anselmo-Merna, they went to the consolation side, played just one game, but they played one of their better games of the year by beating Mullen 42-22. At one point, they were up in that game 30-7.
Look at the remaining schedule for Anselmo-Merna. It's an onslaught of games. They've got this one. This is their last below 500 team that the Coyotes are going to be playing. Then they go and play Maywood Hayes Center, a 15-2 team at home. They've got South Loup at home. Oh, by the way, also top 10 rated. They're 11-3. And then Ansley Litchfield, also top 10 rated, and they're 12-3. So it is just an onslaught here for Anselmo-Merna. I would say that they're going to be battle tested once they make it into a sub-district.
And I remember last year when they only had one win, and we were talking about them having to meet that murderer's row on the road. At least this year they have all three of those games at home, but they're all coming up in the next week. So along with this game tonight, they've got 4 games over the next 8 nights, and they're going to be facing some pretty good competition. And, you know, when you flip the switch here, Twin Loup, they play Elba here tomorrow night. Elba's winless, but then they don't play at home anymore after tomorrow night. They've got some toughies as well with SEM at 10-5, Central Valley at 13-5, and then their last game in 2 weeks will be Burwell. Burwell's 4-12, but that's always a tough game and a big rivalry between them, between Burwell and Twin Loup.
One would kind of think that an attainable goal for Twin Loup at this point, with this game against Anselmo-Merna left and the games that you mentioned, Larry, to kind of end the regular season floating right around that 500 mark. Try to get a couple back, and tonight here on their home floor in Sargent would be a good opportunity to get that train started. Just over 7 minutes away from the opening quarter, it's the boys' game. South Loup. You got me thinking Sargent, looking at the Bulldogs over there, and then I got another S name in my mouth. It's Twin Loup and Anselmo-Merna. You're tuned in to Central Nebraska's sports source, KBBN Radio and Sandhills Express Video. We'll come back and give you the starting lineups after this.
Central Nebraska Diesel is a proud sponsor of high school sports and the student athletes who work hard each and every day. They're also proud to offer you Rainke products. When you need performance that you can count on, ask them about Rainke. Central Nebraska Diesel is happy to bring this action to those who can attend. Enjoy the broadcast, and when you need pivot service from start to finish, call Central Nebraska Diesel at 643-2544. Rainke, more right than rain.
When it comes to graphic tees, Triple M T-shirts does all kinds. They have a special place in their hearts for spirit wear, because there's nothing quite like cheering on your favorite student athletes right here at home. You name it, they've made it. Custom designs are doable, from sizes newborn to 5XL. Make your T-shirt design a reality with Melissa Myers and Triple M T-shirts. Search for the group on Facebook or call 870-0149. Mention this ad and receive 10% off your order through February. Melissa Myers with Triple M T-shirts.
Trotter Incorporated is happy to bring you this broadcast of high school sports. At Trotters, they're happy to support all the youth in the area, not only in sports, but in all of their extracurricular activities. A balance of school and activities will prepare them to balance their lives in the future, and Trotter Incorporated commends them for all of their hard work. They're proud of all of the area athletes and are excited to help bring you this sports broadcast. Trotter Incorporated.
At the Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow, Carmen and the staff know that they had a blessed 2023 because of you, their wonderful customers. Change can be hard, but it can be fun as well. In the new year, swing by the Tumbleweed Cafe for express breakfast and lunch options, like delicious breakfast sandwiches, burritos, and cinnamon rolls in the drive-thru 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. Monday to Friday, and express lunch from 11 to 2. Don't forget take and bake casseroles, too. Happy New Year from the Tumbleweed Cafe, East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Cold weather. It comes around each year. Where it should not be making an appearance is inside your house. If it is, that's when you need to call Taylor Heating and Cooling. Because Mother Nature brings the coldest, nastiest weather to Nebraska, you need to bring Matt and Andy your direction to get your system running at peak efficiency. Call 308-872-6196 for sales, installation, and service from Taylor Heating and Cooling. Call 308-872-6196.
Stomach rumbling? If you're in the Anselmo area, you're in luck. If not, turn toward Foo Bar and Grill in Anselmo. There's always something cooking, and specials change almost every day. Be sure to keep up with them on Facebook to see what specials are ahead and what's hitting the grill. Reserve ahead by messaging them on Facebook or call 749-2552. Enjoy the broadcast. Brought to you in part by Foo Bar and Grill in Anselmo.
Fort County Heating and Air is proud to sponsor high school sports. Owners Brian Hogg and Austin Cox serve the area with a combined 20 years of experience in the HVAC industry. No matter what the temperature is outside, they'll make sure the temperature inside is just right. Call for a free estimate and 24-hour service at 872-2258. Let's take a look at your starting lineups. First, the visiting Anselmo-Merna Coyotes, 7-10 on the year. Owen Wright is a senior in the starting lineup. Josiah Griffith, a junior, also getting the start. Third in the starting lineup is Dane DeRee, a freshman, Colin Cooksley, a senior, and Quentin Myers, also a senior. Three seniors, a junior, and a freshman in the starting lineup for the Coyotes, coached by Troy Gilligan. He is assisted by Levi Hilker. Expected starting lineup for the Twin Loup Wolves looks like this. Quincy Riker is a senior, standing 5'9". Lukeman Harris is a freshman, standing 6'1". Henry Sortum is a sophomore, 6 feet tall. Emmett Sortum, a junior, 6'2", and Mace Barron is going to be playing down low for Twin Loup at sophomore and 6 feet tall. Chris Barron is the head coach of the Twin Loup Wolves. He is assisted by Cole Christopherson. That's a look at your starting lineups, brought to you by Fort County Heating and Air. We'll take another break. When we come back, they'll be introducing the starting lineups here on the court. We'll chat a little bit more about the game ahead and what we've got coming up at KCNI, KBBN as well in the coming days. Keep it here to Central Nebraska's sports source, KBBN Radio and St. Hills Express Video.
Radio coverage of the Twin Loup Wolves is being brought to you in part by the Twin Loup Boosters, whose members include Orville's Repair, Prairie Thunder Game Birds, Roberts Chiropractic, Sargent Chamber of Commerce, Sargent Education Association, Sargent Corner Market, Sargent Insurance Agency, Sargent Packing, Seidel Construction, Sitka Law Office LLC, Speltz Lumber, Schlegel Angus, Kristen Schlegel, and Stoll, Gavecki, and Piscorsi PC. Enjoy the broadcast brought to you in part by the Twin Loup Boosters.
We've got spirit, yes we do. We've got spirit, how about you?
Here at Nebraska State Bank, we've got school spirit. Introducing mascot debit cards from Nebraska State Bank. Now you can go to your local NSB branch and request a new debit card for your favorite high school team. The Broken Bow Indians, South Loup Bobcats, or Anselmo-Merna debit cards are available by instant issue. You'll only pay $10, and the entire amount will be passed along to your school. It's a win-win situation, right? Take your school pride to the next level at Nebraska State Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
When your car gets dented, dinged, smashed, or smacked, the last thing you should have to worry about is it being in the right hands to get it fixed. When you choose Rod's Body and Paint in Broken Bow, your vehicle will leave their shop looking great. Don't forget, Rod can also help you with those windshield chips. Take care of them before they get worse and cost you more money. If your windshield already needs replaced, they can do that too. Rod's Body and Paint on the curb, west of Broken Bow.
Ag producers, the clock is ticking to save big on your spring seed at Arrow Seed. Save up to 11% on Arrow Seed alfalfa by prepaying by February 1st. By only ordering your alfalfa and summer annual forages by February 1st, you can save 5%. Save on Arrow Seed oats too. Order by February 1st for 25 cents per bag or 15 cents per bushel in totes or bulk discounts. Talk to your local Arrow Seed dealer today to take advantage of these money-saving offers. Learn more at arrowseed.com.
Today is the day. After countless hours of research, cutting back expenses, and 9 months of anxiously waiting for her, today is the day you finally bring home your new car. It's also the day to protect her with an auto policy from Shelter Insurance. Our policies are competitively priced and include new car replacement coverage if anything were to happen to your new baby.
Contact your local Shelter Insurance agents, Brent Custer or Seth Pearson in Broken Bow.
Moments away from the tip of the boys contest in tonight's Anselmo-Merna and Twin Loup doubleheader. While we have a quick moment, let's talk about what we've got coming up the remainder of the week for you here at KCNI KBBN Radio. No sports on Friday tomorrow, but Saturday a big day. Broken Bow wrestling team tied for the conference title as a team today on our sister station KCNI. They've qualified for state duels, and they're looking to do some damage there again this year, Larry.
Yeah, they are the defending state champions in the dual competition, and Broken Bow with a good day today. They and Cozad tied, but Broken Bow and Cozad in different classes this weekend, so probably be cheering each other on and be in C1 and Broken Bow, or in C, Broken Bow be in C, and open up with Central City on Saturday morning at 9 o'clock, and Brent and Kirk and Mitch, they're going to have all the coverage of that one, the play-by-play and everything of that.
All throughout the day. They get started early in the morning, no matter where they're playing in the bracket. You'll hear each of those matches on KBBN Radio. Then on Sunday, the Nebraska basketball team going to go on the road at Illinois. No team in the Big Ten good on the road, really. I was looking at the road records in Big Ten men's basketball, and the Huskers going to try to get a road win on Sunday here on KBBN. Tip is won by Anselmo-Merna. For those of you listening on the radio, they're going right to left as we see it. And for those of you watching the video stream, AM is in the road reds, and Twin Loup is in the home whites. And out of the half court, Josiah Griffith is tied up. Possession arrow obviously points the other way. No shot up on that possession. AM will have to fall back on defense as it is Wolves basketball. Riker into the front court. Gets it over near side. Shot is put up, doesn't go for Henry Sortum. And we've got a whistle on the fight for the rebound. It's going to be a foul whistled against Twin Loup.
They're going to get that on Emmett Sortum, and we could hear the slap, the hand slap on the skin there on that one, and that one was a pretty obvious one.
Not the situation that often, folks, but I'm going to say near side to us because we're over on the side where the stage is. Those of you watching the video stream are going to say, well, that's far side. Well, my mind just does not work well enough to know near side from far side for the viewing audience. So I apologize for that in advance. Myers with it, right wing. Gets it down inside. Cut off inside is Dane DeRee. Fits it back out to Myers. Now they work it around the perimeter. Shot fake from Cooksley. Cooksley now dribbles off the rub screen. Skip pass over to Myers. Still scoreless. Minute gone in this one. Ball kicked out of there. It'll stay with AM.
One thing from that first game, Dane DeRee had a pretty good start in that one, but he also got into foul trouble. And what happened there is when he got into foul trouble, he didn't get a chance to play, and it'd be interesting to see if he gets more playing time in this matchup tonight.
AM back in the half court. Cooksley over to DeRee, the freshman, drives, cut off in the short corner. Nice move, goes glass, can't score it. Gets his own board, goes back up, and gets the follow.
And you see what kind of talent he is with that move right there.
Riker into the front court, 6:20 to go here, first quarter. Quincy drives in, leans over Griffith, can't get it to go. Rebound pulled out of there by Owen Wright. Head to Myers. Myers reverses court. Up to Cooksley, pulls for three. Off the front of the rim, rebound inside. Pulled out of there by Emmett Sortum. Head to Lukeman Harris. Harris pulls back, shoots two from the short corner and scores it. And that's a welcome sight if you're a Wolf fan, seeing Harris get into the scorebook early.
Well, that was a nice spin move, too. It was done very quickly to open himself up for that shot.
Cooksley drives the baseline, tries to one-hand pass it. Harris intercepts it, wants to lead the break. Doesn't have numbers, tries to throw it across the lane. It's thrown away, but then right back into the hands of the Wolves. Sortum near side. Henry left the shot long. Harris tried to rebound it, bounced out. Shot put up on the follow by Emmett Sortum doesn't go. The third try doesn't go. And now finally a defensive rebound for the Coyotes. Cooksley up top to Myers. Myers pulls the deep three. Off the side of the rim. Crashing the boards is DeRee. Goes up. He's fouled and will go to the line. Shot didn't fall for him.
Well, here early on, both teams having some shooting woes. Finding the bucket a hard place to locate in this early going.
Foul was on Mace Barron. DeRee can't get the first shot to roll in. He'll get a look at a second. 5:07 to go first quarter. We're all knotted at 2. DeRee goes through the motions again, puts that one up and in. He's got all 3 Coyote points. Harris up to Sortum, gets it back right side wing. Now goes to the bounce, gives it back to Sortum, takes the 15-footer, got it to go.
They've been daring him to shoot over there, and that one he put down.
4-3, Wolves lead on their home floor here in Sargent. Myers with it, right wing. Drives to the free throw line. Now Cooksley, left wing. Skip pass over to Myers. Myers, ball above the head, off to DeRee. DeRee, short corner, spins, shoots one up in the lane and scores it. His footwork has been on point here in the first quarter.
The freshman has all 5 points for the Coyotes here in this game.
Quincy Riker into the front court. It's been quiet so far. Nice feed inside to Mace Barron. Can't get it to go. Rebound tapped out of there from Myers over to Griffith. Now Myers leads the break. Over to Cooksley in the corner. Thought about pulling the three. Instead, gets it up top. Owen Wright, three from there. Can't get it to roll in. Rebound pulled out of there by Emmett Sortum. Off to Riker into the front court. Griffith on him. Riker left to right. Pulls from three at the top. Left it long. Rebound. Saved by AM. Ball on the floor. And Sortum comes away with it. Gives it off to Harris. Leaves it for Henry Sortum. His 15-footer the other side does not go. Rebound out to Griffith, who will hold it up.
Well, tell you about the shooting woes. That's 12 rebounds these two teams have already combined for in the first 4.5 minutes.
Duree inside. Defense falls down. Shot blocked from behind. Duree recovers it, but called for the travel down in the lane. Ball will go back to Twin Loup, and Duree, I think, either got caught with that extra step or maybe a drag of the pivot foot. It was an odd play. You factor in the fact that there was kind of a block and all kinds of stuff going on, and it's a turnover.
Fourth turnover of the game whistled against Anselmo-Merna.
3:15 to go first quarter. Twin Loup basketball. They trail by 1. Harris Witt in the far side corner. Gives it up to McBride. He's into the game. Gives it up. Shot put from the top of the key by Talon Shot. Doesn't go. Nice board by AM. They're off and running the other way. Myers saves it to Cooksley. Couldn't get it to go. Myers saves it again to Duree. Foot on the baseline. It'll be Wolves basketball. And that's just a tough thing to swallow there. If you're AM, they had numbers there and two really good looks at the basket.
Well, we said this at the start of the girls' game. Both these teams here in the boys' game also trying to find their rhythm.
Riker into the front court, holds it up. Myers picks him up at the top of the key. Riker fires it down into McBride. Can't get the lay-in to go. Rebound is pulled out of there by Duree. 3-on-3, holds it up. 2:35 to go first quarter. Still only 9 total points scored in this ball game. Cooksley with it up top. Gets it down inside to Duree. McBride on him, double teamed. Kicks it out. 3 up by Priest, and he hits it. Kanan Priest, the freshman, into the scorebook, and it's an 8-4 Coyote lead. Shot it with it in the corner. A couple of dribbles. Goes through the lane and scores 2 the other way. It's 8-6. Myers loses his dribble. Gives it up to Priest, left wing. Priest goes to the bounce. Back to Myers. Now over to Cooksley, right side. Back up to Priest. They swing it around. Now Myers left side. Quickly into Duree. Nice ball fake and tied up on the arm with Waylon McBride. Being inbounds coming from the baseline.
That should be his first foul, team foul number 3. AM yet to commit a foul in this game.
Duree, the inbounds, goes up, scores 2 over McBride.
12 of the 16 points in this game have been scored by freshmen.
Riker into the front court, spots up for 3. Couldn't get it to go. Priest the rebound for AM. Lots of one-and-dones both ways for these two teams.
Yeah, defensive boards are a priority so far in this game.
Myers fouled.
That's going to be McBride picking up his second.
So an inbounds from the sideline. Harris will get a rest. Coming in for him is Aaron Glendy. Normally I identify Aaron Glendy by his haircut. He got the locks chopped there on the back part of the head.
Yeah, he looks totally different than he did a week ago.
That's going to throw me off. Duree in the lane. Kick out to Priest. 18-footer doesn't go. Rebound Duree. From the short corner to Priest. Now they work it around the outside. Myers with it right side. Minute to go first quarter. Fast-moving first quarter. Myers tries to get it down into Duree on the jump pass. Out to Priest instead. His 3 does not go. Rebound inside by Sortum. Now Riker into the front court. Wolves trailing by 4 on their home floor. Shot it with it near side. Now up top to Glendy. Glendy hasn't used the dribble. Gets it to Sortum in the corner. 35 seconds to go. First quarter. Riker with it, right side. Couple of dribbles. Goes left to right. Pulls the three over. Cooksley can't get it to go. Way off. DeRee the rebound. Coyotes with 20 seconds to work with and the 4-point lead. Nice pass across the lane. Unable to control it. Owen Cantrell. Turnover back to the Wolves. Riker into the front court. Nifty dribbling 2 times behind the back, and he is fouled on the shot from about 10 feet out.
And that one is going to go on Colin Cooksley. Just the first foul of the ball game against Anselmo-Merna.
Riker a spin and a dribble of the basketball. Gets the first one all night long.
And that's his first point of the game.
Couple of new subs. Now a few new subs coming in for Anselmo-Merna. It's coming in Owen Wright, Caden Record, and Josiah Griffith all back into the game to join Owen Cantrell and Priest. And Riker goes 2 for 2 to pull it to within 2 for the Wolves. With the 10-8 lead, Anselmo-Merna in the half court. Right with it, right side. Blocked from behind by Riker, and time will expire. Anselmo-Merna on the road here in Sargent. They lead it 10-8 here on KBBN Radio.
Custer Federal has been helping customers acquire new and or improve existing homes for over 90 years. We are excited to have the opportunity to help you finance your home purchase, improvement, or refinance. Whether it is move-in ready or a fixer-upper, we have mortgage experts who are up to speed on all types of financial solutions. We will work with you from application to closing to make the process as easy as possible. Get the keys to your dream home with Custer Federal, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The Grocery Cart is proud to bring you this sports broadcast. The case is always full of delicious food you can have right away, or talk to the staff about your upcoming event and they'll make food for you. There's a wide selection of salads, and don't forget Chester's chicken buckets and strips. If the occasion calls for a cake, you can have it decorated how you'd like. Call the GK Deli at 872-2206 or stop by inside the Grocery Cart in Broken Bow.
Both teams pretty evenly matched. Even on the scoreboard, it's 10-8, but besides that, feels like rebounds are pretty even, turnovers are pretty even without even looking at that score sheet in front of you, Larry.
Yeah, actually the rebounds are not even, 13-7, and the turnovers are 6-1. So, but the score's been even.
Right in the short corner, gets it back out to Myers. Harris on him, goes near side. Holding the ball there is Colin Cooksley. High post look to Ree. DeRee dribbles once. Riker gets in there, gets a hand on it, but can't take it away. Myers right side, Harris on him, skip pass all the way over, and they work it around. Cooksley's 3 up, off the front of the rim, rebound Harris. And a foul is going to be called. Myers thought he picked the pocket of Harris, but it's going to be whistled on him, and it'll be Wolves basketball from the sideline.
That's the first foul on Quentin Myers.
Wolves into the half court. Harris off to Sortum. Sortum takes one dribble, goes with the 10-foot jumper, can't get it to go. Ball falls all the way to the ground in the lane. It's been a while since I've seen that one, and a foul is going to be called here, and this one's on Myers as well.
I don't think Henry Sortum expected that. It just was like, okay, you're going to let me have that? I grab it, I'll put it up. He got fouled.
Henry's first shot, shallow, but goes in.
One thing about Twin Loup right now, 3 of 3 at the line.
Sortum's second shot rattles around and follows the first, and we're tied at 10. Cooksley into the front court, gives it over left side. Griffith left to right, out to Cooksley, pulls for 3, left it long, rebound Barron. Off to Riker. Riker looks up, thought about throwing it ahead to Harris, but decided to keep it down. Riker, pull up from the free throw line, doesn't get it to go. Priest the rebound. Off to Cooksley. Wolves back well on defense. Tied at 10, 6:44 to go here, first half. DeRee, nifty footwork, but couldn't get the shot to go. Might have been partially blocked.
Yeah, I think Emmett Sortum might have got a hand on that one.
Quincy Riker turns the brakes on. Went for the shot from the block, couldn't get it to go. Ball poked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Wolves.
Notice that in this game,
clock's running as well. They haven't noticed that yet. Yep, clock's continuing to run. About 9 seconds have come off of the clock. The operator hasn't. Now they notice. I think they're going to add some time back onto it.
Yeah, if I was to guess, it'd be like 6:24.
They change it now. It says 61.8 seconds, so a little bit of a pause here. Hands on hips out there, everyone kind of catching their breath.
I was just about to say that we've seen a lot in this game where people are tipping the ball to teammates on the rebounds.
Yeah, a little bit of that, realizing they don't have the position to get the ball themselves, but just getting in there, knocking it over to a teammate. They get that set up, end up putting about 7 seconds left on it. 6:18 to go first half. Harris with it up top. Comes near side. Sortum holds it up just inside the ring. Off to Harris. Harris pull up 15-footer. Left it long. Sortum the rebound. Nobody boxed him out for AM. Now Sortum the 15-footer. Can't get it to go. DeRee the rebound this time. Inside 6 minutes to go. Still tied at 10. Here in Sargent. Cooksley drives in, tries to get it down into DeRee, has it slapped back at him on the jump pass. Now Cooksley pulls the three, left it long, hasn't been able to get many of those to go. Riker the other way, has to hold it up. Griffith did a good job getting back, and he forces the turnover as he knocked it out of there, and Riker touched it last.
That's only the second turnover on the Wolves here in this first half.
AM basketball. Riker, some backcourt pressure. Griffith gets it all the way up to DeRee. DeRee working against Sortum. Couple of spins, turns, gives it in the short corner. Now gets it back, pulls the three. Off the side of the rim, rebound to Riker. Quincy pushing the ball ahead, into the lane to Sortum, and he puts it up and in. A nice find from Quincy Riker to Emmett Sortum, and Twin Loup takes the lead at 12-10. Griffith left side wing, drives inside. Everyone leaves him, puts the shot up, goes off the backboard, and it's pulled out of there by Sortum. Riker walks the ball forward. Wolves back in the half court, taking that 12-10 lead momentarily. McBride goes glass over the double team and scores two.
Well, that was just a strong move.
And all of a sudden, the energy has switched over to the maroon and white here in attendance as we are under 5 minutes to go first half. Twin Loup 14 and Anselmo-Merna 10 here in the boys contest.
Agland Day TV would like to acknowledge all the local athletes and coaches from our area. We are proud of the athletes for the sportsmanship, hard work, and dedication that they put into each season. Agland Day TV knows all about working hard and playing hard, just like a Polaris. Best of luck to all the local teams from Agland Day TV, West Highway 2, Broken Bow.
ATVs can be hazardous to operate. Polaris adult models are for riders age 16 and older. Always wear a helmet and be sure to take a training course. Polaris machines are not intended for on-road use.
If the cold weather does anything, it makes us notice the drafts our homes are letting through. Meath Lumber in Broken Bow is proud to be your local solution for sailing up those drafts and making your home more efficient. They sell quality Anderson windows. Both 100 and 400 series are available for your new construction or replacement project. Of course, they have the foam for around those windows too. Meath Lumber is still being remodeled, but inside, their knowledgeable staff is ready to help with your DIY project.
Welcome back to Sargent. Back underway here as Twin Loup sees some momentum into that timeout. Myers back in there with his two fouls. Cooksley with it up top. Priest flares out to the right of him, takes one dribble, hands it off to him. Priest right side, gets a screen from DeRee. The screen and roll. DeRee drives in, knocks over a player, and a charge is called. Riker is in there, and he's pumped up.
And that's a good call. He really just stood his ground inside and took that charge. First foul, though, on Dane DeRee. And as I mentioned last week, he kind of got into foul trouble in the game against Twin Loup. He's been out on the court a lot more in the first half than he was a week ago, and able to be a little bit more a part of the team.
Wasn't a humongous collision, but it had everything that you see when it comes to Riker setting up camp down there, having the position. It's not as much about how hard the collision is sometimes as it is whether or not you went to avoid the collision as an offensive dribbler. Twin Loup in the half court. Luke Harris pulls from 18, can't get the roll. Riker tips it up in the air, but coming away with it is Priest. 4-point lead for Twin Loup as they dig in on defense. Shot blocked inside by Aaron Glendy. Josiah Griffith tried to go for it. Back the other way, Harris gets the feed from Quincy Riker, and it's a 6-point lead for the Wolves, and the run continues. We were tied at 10. All 6 points since then have been scored by Twin Loup.
Nice job by Harris to go to the right hand. He's a left-handed shooter.
Myers feeds it down into DeRee. He's found from behind by Emmett Sortum. Baseline play here coming up for the Coyotes as Mace Barron comes in for Sortum, as he had picked up his second.
Just the first team foul on Twin Loup.
DeRee, right side, now dribbles into the corner, goes baseline, double team down there, muscles his way forward, but had his shot blocked, and now Glendy grabs it. Big collision with Josiah Griffith caused him to hold on to the ball, and he's called for the travel, and groans for two different reasons come from the fans here in Sargent.
Yeah, he was either going to have to get rid of that before he stepped forward or just go ahead and travel, and probably a wise move on the AM end not to throw that ball out and about.
Priest, a big rainbow shot from 9 feet out, and he scores it to stop the Twin Loup run.
First points for AM in this second quarter, and he's got 5.
Harris to Barron, short corner jumper, won't go. Weak side rebound, Myers. Myers ahead to Cooksley. Cooksley drives forward, gives it off to Priest left side. Now Myers thought about the deep three. McBride chases him off of it. Now gets the ball back. McBride hand up out in front of him. Pulls the deep three. Got them all from deep. And it's a 1-point game again.
First points of the night by anybody that wasn't one of the freshmen for AM, as Quentin Myers, his first 3-pointer of the night.
Quincy Riker, nice dribbling, doesn't like the look, gives it to Harris. He pulls the three, can't get it to go. Barron, the offensive board, fouled on the putback. And I'm afraid this one's going to be going on DeRee.
Yeah, it looked like Priest might have got a block on that one, but they're going to get DeRee with the foul. That'll be his second.
Mace Barron up to the line. Knocks home the first. Makes it a 2-point game in favor of Twin Loup.
And right now, Twin Loup getting it done at the charity stripe.
Shot back into the game. Talon, 5'9" freshman. Barron goes 2 for 2. 2 nice-looking shots from the charity stripe for him.
Wolves are 6 of 6 right now.
AM back the other way. Myers, step back in the corner, contact, and a foul going to be called. Myers going to be headed to the line to shoot 3.
And he wanted to make sure that was a 3-pointer. And by the way, on Waylon McBride, I think that's his third. It is. First player on either team to pick up 3 fouls.
Myers first, rattles out. .234 to go here, first half. Twin Loup with the 18-15 lead. We were tied at 10, and Twin Loup went on a 6-point run. AM and Twin Loup have kind of traded buckets since then. It was a 6-point run for Twin Loup, then a 5-point run for Anselmo-Merna since being tied at 10. As Myers toilet bowls the third one in. He goes 2 for 3 that trip at the charity stripe.
Well, that thing had a swirl to it.
Back we go to Twin Loup side. Quincy Riker with the bounce against Griffith. Stays in front of him. Barron, top of the key, one dribble in, hands it off to Glendy. Glendy drives in against Duree, finds the angle, can't get it to go. Rebound pulled out of there by Shada, puts up the shot, and a foul going to be whistled. And Mace Barron gets, those two are laughing. Mace Barron gets in the face of Shada to pump him up, and Shada was just kind of laughing. Nothing takes the wind out of your sails trying to pump up a teammate who's laughing.
Priest is going to get his first foul. By the way, that it'll be a two-shot foul anyway, but that also puts Twin Loup into the bonus.
Shada can't get the first one to go. He'll get a look at a second. Shada's second. Doesn't go. Offensive rebound by Sortum. His follow doesn't go. This time it's out of bounds back to the Coyotes.
Well, it's been an interesting rebounding game. At one point, Anselmo-Merna was out rebounding Twin Loup 13-7, but right now it's 20-17 in favor of Twin Loup.
Inside 2 minutes to go here, first half. Myers scoops it out to Duree, now gets it back left wing. Myers a couple of jabs, now goes to the bounce. Sortum playing defense on him. Priest picks it up at his feet. Near side to Duree. Duree goes baseline, tries to find the angle, throws it off the back of the backboard, and it'll go back to Twin Loup as they lead 18-17. Duree comes out, Caden Record into the game for the Coyotes. And Barron comes out as well. So it's Glendy, Henry Sortum, Lukeman Harris, Quincy Riker, and Talon Shada for the Wolves on offense. Riker left side up top to Harris. Harris a couple of dribbles forward towards Cooksley. Now they go to Glendy in the wing. Back to Harris. Harris drives. Back out to Glendy. Aaron right to left. Controls it. Shoots. Floater goes. Kind of a, not really a floater, more of a fade going right to left. Tough shot. And it's a 20-17 3-point lead for Twin Loup.
Sixth different Wolf to score in this game.
Cooksley up into the corner. Collin dribbles baseline. Left it for Priest. Priest just took his eyes off the ball. And that's a turnover back to Twin Loup. Under a minute to go. Harrison to the front court, comes near side. Shada thought about pulling the three-pointer. 50 seconds. Harris pulls from the free throw line. Tried to go glass, couldn't get it to go. Glendy the rebound, goes up, couldn't get it to go either. Rebound this time to Priest, and a foul is going to be called inside against Twin Loup.
No shooting on this, though. That's only the third team foul.
Myers will bring it up. Big opportunity here for AM going into halftime. Down 3, 35 seconds to work with. We'll see what they look for. Griffith cut off at the free throw line, out to Priest. Now Cooksley and Myers on the left wing. Myers pull up long two, off the rim, rebound Glendy. Big collision with Griffith. And we'll go the other way, I believe.
And Twin Loup is in the bonus. And Griffith, that'll be his first foul.
So Glendy to the line. Probably about the quietest it's been in the gym all night long as Glendy knocks home the first of two.
He's got 3 points off the bench.
Glendy, a few bounces of the basketball, puts up the second. It does not follow. Priest the rebound. 18 seconds to go. Priest into the front court, hounded by Riker. Throws it ahead to Cooksley. Collin left to right. Goes around a screen from Record. Now Myers directs traffic. 7 seconds. Holds up the ball, jabs the foot, drives in, goes up. Can't score it, but he's fouled and will go to the line with just over 2 seconds to go here in the first half.
Good job with the penetration to get down there and draw that foul. And that one's going to go against Talon Shada.
Myers at the free throw line. One dribble, puts up the shot, and gets it to go. Myers' second shot rattles in and follows the first. He goes 2 for 2. 2-point game, 2 seconds for Twin Loup to work with, and they're not going to get a shot up. So we go to the half. Twin Loup leads it 21-19 over Anselmo-Merna here in Sargent. A closely contested first half here in the boys contest, setting up to be much like the time these two met in the opening round of the MNAC tournament recently. We'll take a break. When we come back, Larry will have a look at your halftime numbers on KBBN Radio.
Are you afraid of falling? Team Physical Therapy can help. 872-5111. Good balance is essential for a healthy, active life. Team Physical Therapy is here to help you stay healthy, improve your balance, and keep you active. 872-5111. Our highly trained physical therapist will design a personalized plan for you to help you improve your stability, decrease risk of falling, and get you back to doing what you love. Don't let that balance issue keep you at home, or if it does, we can come to you. Call Team Physical Therapy 872-5111.
You'll find lots of new items arriving at Geared for Sports in Broken Bow. Scott is excited to have added footwear from Merrill and Twisted X to his selection, men's and women's, in addition to Twisted X youth sizes. Another new addition is Awala water bottles. Check them out. They're the latest rage in staying hydrated. Open Monday to Friday 10 to 6 and Saturday 10 to 4. Check out all the new arrivals at Geared for Sports, west side of the square in Broken Bow.
Sargent Irrigation may be known worldwide, but their roots are right here in central Nebraska, something they are very proud of. They hire right here in the heartland and know their success is due to those quality employees. As a way of showing support for the community, Sargent Irrigation sponsors high school sports broadcasts, so those unable to attend can follow the action. Enjoy the broadcast, sponsored in part by Sargent Irrigation in Broken Bow.
Happy New Year from all of us at Melham Medical Center in Broken Bow. We thank you for trusting us with your family's care throughout the year, and we look forward to making your healthcare experience comfortable and dependable for years to come. We invite you to visit our website, melham.org, to learn more about us, including our services, history, careers, and more. That's melham.org. Melham Medical Center, large enough to serve, small enough to care. Wishing you a Happy New Year.
The student athletes you're cheering on during this broadcast practice and study in order to get their competition and schoolwork done right. At Trotter Service, they do the same, except with your vehicle repairs. Whether you need a new battery, brake work and alignment, tires, wheels, or an overhaul, trust their auto repair specialists to tackle the job. Don't forget bulk oil and fuel delivery and on-the-farm tire truck service too. Proud to help bring you this broadcast, Trotter Service in Broken Bow.
Acquiring a lush green lawn is a lot of work. Worry no more. A to Z Lawn Pro's fertilizer program is the solution to ease your mind and lessen your work. Any time of the season is a good time to start. Eliminate weeds, strengthen your grass, and even keep bugs away with liquid fertilizer treatments mixed with micronutrients for a recipe that works specifically in this area. 30 years of experience. 308-870-1762 for A to Z Lawn Pro. That's A to Z Lawn Pro at 870-1762.
Welcome back to Sargent here at the half of the boys game. It's the home team. Twin Loup leading Anselmo-Merna 21-19 with a look at your halftime numbers. Here's Larry.
All right, let's take a look at the leaders here first. Twin Loup up by a deuce, 21-19. 8 different players have contributed to their 21 points, so as you would expect, nobody's got a lot of points. 4 points for Lukeman Harris and 4 points for Henry Sordom. 3 points on the night for Aaron Glendy, and then 2 each for Quincy Riker, Emmett Sordom, Mace Barron, Talon Shada, and Waylon McBride. So they have really balanced it out, has Twin Loup. Now on the other end of the spectrum here, Anselmo-Merna's got 3 players that have contributed. 7 points each for Dane DeRee and Quentin Myers. And off the bench, Kanan Priest has added 5 points. Turnovers, the advantage there to Twin Loup. They've only committed 3 in the game. 8 have been whistled against Anselmo-Merna. A lot of those came early, and they got better with how things went after that. Rebounding, a lot of rebounds in the first half, 41 total, 22 to Twin Loup, 19 for Anselmo-Merna. Both teams have shot well at the charity stripe. 7 of 10 for the Wolves, and for the Coyotes, it was 5 of 7. So again, here at halftime, leading the way for Twin Loup, 4 points each for Lukeman Harris and Henry Sordom, and 7 each for Dane DeRee and Quentin Myers for Anselmo-Merna. But more balance for Twin Loup, and that's why they've got the lead at halftime, 21-19 over Anselmo-Merna.
All right, thank you very much, Larry. Thrivent is proud to support student athletes as they work hard to achieve their goals. When it comes to financial goals, Scott Harvey wants to help you reach them. To create a strategy through insurance, investments, or planning for retirement that reflects your priorities and protects what matters most to you, call Scott Harvey with Thrivent Financial at 872-2511. Teams coming back out on the floor, getting set to warm up for the second half. We'll step away and bring you that second half in a moment on KBBN Radio and Sand Hills Express Video.
Hi, Central Nebraska. This is Allison, your local insurance ally. At Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, we're not just about insurance, we're about community. From auto coverage and your sweet home to the barn and everything it holds, we have you covered. Speaking of coverage, we are proud to support broadcasts of our local student athletes as well as the Huskers here on the radio for our fellow Nebraskans. Come see me, Allison, in Broken Bow on the east side of the square, or call 308-872-6996. Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. Your insurance, your community, your winning team.
Consolidated Companies is a proud sponsor of our student athletes. Everyone wants to get to the events and cheer on their students, but sometimes you just can't. Keeping up to date on all the local sports is hard to do, but Consolidated super fast broadband can change that. Find all the latest information on local school and broadcast channel web pages, along with news and weather. For more information, call Consolidated at 1-800-742-7464. Plus, look for them now on Facebook, facebook.com/Consolidated Companies.
Just as all the athletes show hard work and dedication throughout the season, the Anselmo-Merna Booster Club is dedicated to supporting them. They want to express their encouragement to all the teams, not only during game time, but also during every practice, every drill, every rep, every challenge. A lot goes into each time you compete, and the Boosters are very proud of you. Good luck from the Anselmo-Merna Boosters.
Tri-S Ag loves supporting the Central Nebraska community. Whether it's a local event or a sporting event for the kids, they support the local youth from the area because they are our future. Life gets crazy and you can't make it to every event. That's why they're proud to help sponsor this broadcast for those who want to cheer on the bright student athletes of Central Nebraska. Whether from home, in the shop, in the tractor, or on the road, enjoy the broadcast. Brought to you by Tri-S Ag.
Radio coverage of the Twin Loup Wolves is being brought to you in part by the Twin Loup Boosters, whose members include Taylor Storage, Team Physical Therapy, Terry and Chandra Horkey TCH Seeds, The Ritz Cafe, Trotter Grain and Fertilizer, Trotter's Woe and Go, Upstream Ranch, Valley County Health System, and What a Big Ranch, Casey, Kathy, Cash, Emily, Talon, and Zyzen Tobias. Enjoy the broadcast brought to you in part by the Twin Loup Boosters.
Electricity. We use it every single day. Kristen Electric is ready to help you with your electric projects and underground farm remodels and new construction. If it needs electricity, Kristen Electric can get it there. Call 308-258-4164. They'll figure out a plan to get you on the way to having reliable electricity. For underground farm remodels and new construction, proud to support the Anselmo-Merna Coyotes by sponsoring this broadcast. Kristen Electric.
Welcome back to Sargent. Teams are out on the floor. Well, Twin Loup was out on the floor warming up. They're now kind of discussing some things over on the bench while AM gets some warm-up shots out there. Now, Larry, what do you think the discussion was at halftime for these two teams?
Well, I think both need to maybe look for better shots. Try to get in and not rush things so much and just settle for a shot too early in their progress in their offensive sets. And I think you could say that for both sides. Little surprising that only 2 points for Quincy Riker. He didn't have a bucket yet. Both of those points coming from the free throw line. So AM's done a good job of shutting him down. But on the other hand, Twin Loop's done a great job of shutting down Colin Cooksley. He doesn't have any points either in this game. And so the defenses have been doing a pretty good job. I think both these coaches are going to try to find a couple of their big guys that contribute a lot of points, a little more opportunities here in this second half.
Time ticking down on the halftime clock. They'll put 8 minutes up on it, and we'll get this second half started. If you were wondering what the score of, if you were watching these contests or listening to these contests and you haven't been able to keep up with the Husker men's basketball team, I'll just be honest, you're not really missing much. They're on their home floor against number 6 Wisconsin, losing 47-29 with just under 16 minutes left in the contest. So not a good outing for the Husker men so far. And out of the break, we've got a foul called as Twin Loop worked the ball down inside to Harris. He'll go to the free throw line 5 seconds into the second half.
And that foul's going to go on Colin Cooksley, his second. And speaking of the Huskers, they can't really afford to have a bad outing. They are right on the bubble when it comes to the NCAA tournament.
Everyone kind of was just discussing, like, well, if they just keep winning at home, well, that's pretty tough when the number 6 team comes in. But they did beat the number 1 team, so maybe you wouldn't think that'd be as difficult as Harris goes 0 for 2. Cooksley, hounded by Barron, gets into the front court. Myers, right side wing, goes right to left, off to Cooksley. Colin back to the basket, lost his dribble. Skip pass over to right. Owen, a couple of dribbles. Off to Myers, pulls the 3, can't get it to go. Harris the rebound. Lukeman into the front court, cut off by Myers. Up top to Riker. 40 seconds gone here in the third quarter. 2-point lead for Twin Loop. Harris drives in. Fade away, can't get it to go. Right the rebound. Myers off to right. Now Cooksley left wing. One dribble, skip pass over to Duree. Jabs a foot in, gives it out to Myers. Pass was off. Myers controls it, gives it to Cooksley at the free throw line. Back out to Myers, right side. Myers, a little rub screen into Duree. Nice gather, scores 2 inside.
Dane leads all scorers in this game with 9.
We're tied at 21. 6:40 to go, third quarter, as Riker walks the ball up. Quincy behind the back, cut off at the free throw line. Sortum skying in from the baseline, has his shot knocked away. He touched it last. It'll be Coyotes basketball.
Good defense down low by Anselmo-Merna.
Coyotes looking to take back a lead that they have not had for quite a while. I think their last lead was before it was 10-10. It was 10-8. Cooksley with it, right wing. Gets a call from the bench. Tries to throw it in. Pass wasn't there to Duree. Riker bounces it up the floor. Cut off by Griffith. Riker, no look pass, fired it down inside to Sortum. Henry wasn't quite ready for that one. It was a little bit off. It's a turnover back to AM.
Back-to-back turnovers by each team, their first, respectively, of the second half.
Cooksley up the right side of the floor. Now centers it, now goes over to Myers. Myers left wing, Duree, free throw line jumper, off the back of the rim. Good block out underneath by Griffith, but such a good block out that he kind of got underneath Sortum and is called for the foul. There's such thing as a block out that's too good.
Yeah, that's one you had to call too because he was kind of moving him up and moving him into a dangerous position of knocking him off his feet.
Still knotted up at 21 apiece. 5:30 to go, third quarter. Riker with the bounce, fakes the pass, has it knocked out of there by Myers. Blocked a second time, but a foul is called on AM as Riker tried to go back up with it.
And we'll see who they call this one on. Myers thought he got the block, and he did. It'll be Owen Wright that gets the foul.
Riker to the free throw line again, and rattles the first one home. Riker gets the ball for the second shot, puts it up and puts it in, and his good night from the charity stripe continues.
4 of 4.
23-21, the Twin Loup lead. Close game between these two teams again. Their last time meeting was in the MNAC tournament. A couple of late three-pointers for either of those teams resulted in a 3-point victory. DeRee tries to go baseline, cut off by Sortum. Back out to Griffith, now over to Cooksley, pulls the three, left it long, rebound pulled out of there by DeRee. Back out to Cooksley. Couple of dribbles, doesn't like it, back off to Griffith. Now left side to Cooksley. Cooksley gets a little rub screen, cut off at the free throw line. DeRee, nice movement, puts up the shot and goes glass to score 2.
First player in double figures, and I'll tell you what, you look at Dane DeRee along with Keenan Priest that's come off the bench. Future is bright for Anselmo-Merna.
Riker with it between the rings. 4:30 to go, third quarter, knotted at 23. Henry Sortum dribbles up to the free throw line, now cut off, hands it off. Quincy Riker on the flare. Left wing, Riker into Sortum. Sortum rolls right up with it and scores from 10 feet out. Nice offense for Twin Loup, and great offense from Henry Sortum. Knew he couldn't wait, just went right up with it.
He leads the Wolves in scoring with half a dozen.
Griffith left to right, off to right. Right drives in, puts it glass, can't get it to score. Sortum the rebound. Riker into the front court. Wolves lead it by 2, 25-23. Gives it off. Sortum, another shot off the rim. Rebound DeRee. Myers will bring it up. Cooksley, right wing. Controls the high pass. DeRee high post. Dane, one dribble, and they work it around to Myers, left wing. Now Griffith in the corner. Dribbles across the lane, back to the basket, scoops it out to Myers. 3:30 to go, third quarter. Cooksley pulls from 10 in the lane, can't get it to go. DeRee over 3 Wolves, goes back up with it, had it stripped. Players on the floor. DeRee grabs it and gets it to Griffith. AM doing everything they can to retain possession, and a timeout is called by Coach Gilligan. 3:15 to go, third quarter. It's 25-23. Twin Loup on top.
Do you hear that? That's the roar of the crowd cheering on your hometown favorites. It's Nate Bell here at Universal Insurance Agency, a division of GTA Insurance Group, and we'd like to thank you for your continued support over the years. We enjoy servicing you and continuing to grow the next generation. Stop by and see us on South East Street in Broken Bow, or call us at 308-872-6438. You can also visit www.gtagroup.com. We are a proud supporter of local students, athletes, and youth. See possible.
Have questions about health and life insurance? Maybe you have retirement planning needs. Your friends at Klang Financial are honored to help. Reach them at 872-6810 or visit them in downtown Broken Bow at 940 South D Street. Klang Financial, proud to help bring you this high school sports action. Out of the timeout, AM basketball. They skip it up to right, now DeRee. DeRee, couple of jab steps, cut off at the free throw line, out to Myers, left wing. Up to Cooksley, nods ahead. Gets a little rub screen, loses the bounce. They're fronting and on the back of DeRee down in the lane. Myers has an opening, drives, scores, and one. He'll go to the line looking for a three-point play.
Nice, hard, but quick move to the bucket that time for the senior, Quentin Myers.
2:55 to go, third quarter, and just like that, we're knotted at 25 apiece again as 2 subs come in for Anselmo-Merna.
Emmett Sortum now picking up his third foul. But Waylon McBride also with 3, and he comes into the lineup, so both those guys are out there.
Cantrell came into the game, Priest as well. Myers can't complete the three-point play. Harris into the front court for Twin Loup. We remain knotted up at 25 apiece. Harris to Glendy, Glendy left to right. Off to McBride, right wing. Back up to Harris. Harris attacks, skies high, can't score it. DeRee, nice high-pointed rebound. Cantrell into the front court, off to Myers. Myers left wing with the bounce, left to right, pulls it back, skip pass over to Cooksley. Cooksley goes away from a screen, lost the basketball, falls on top of it, gets it out of there to DeRee well. Tries to throw it across the lane. It's knocked out by the Wolves.
A lot of quick hands that time by the Wolves. They knocked it away a couple of times. Anselmo-Merna, though, able to retain possession.
Shada and Barron both back into the ball game. And we had 6 players on the floor for Twin Loup momentarily. Officials sort that out. Baseline inbounds goes to DeRee. Oh, nice head fake. Goes glass and scores 2. Got the defense in the air, went right around them.
And that's the first lead since the end of the first quarter for Anselmo-Merna, as they're up by 2 now.
Riker on the right wing. Cooksley picks him up. Quincy eyes up, gets a screen from Mace Barron. Gives it up. Waylon McBride. Free throw line jumper, splashes it home to answer.
Waylon McBride, normally the guy you see down low, but he knocks down that long jumper.
Quentin Myers, the 3 from the left side. Can't get it to go. Shot of the weak side rebound. Riker wants to push it, but AM back well. Quincy holds it up. Now centers the ball. Cooksley on him. Quincy drives in, double team, kicks it out. Mace Barron thought about the 3, dribbles inside, hands it off. The give and go. Barron receives it, puts it up, can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound, that's blocked. And now Myers back the other way. 2-on-2, scoops it over. Cantrell can't find the angle. It's last touched by Glendy out of bounds. Missed opportunity for Anselmo-Merna there.
Yeah, both teams had some opportunities. Twin Loup down low, but some good defensive blocks. And then, yeah, as you mentioned, out on the break, it just wasn't run smoothly.
Myers to key it in from the baseline, skips it up to Griffith. Cantrell, center court. Now Myers left side, under a minute to go, third quarter. Knotted up at 27. These teams going to have to work hard to equal their scoring output from last time. Riker got the steal, but a foul going to be called on the floor before the shot. And that's what Anselmo-Merna, oh, and Quentin Myers has a lot of blood coming from his left eye. So he's going to have to come out of the game. I think that was happening on that fight for the basketball over here in front of us going the other way.
And that was the 10th turnover on AM. By the way, that's the 3rd foul on Josiah Griffith.
And it's coming out of there enough. Now Mace Barron on the inbound. He's fouled on the feed from Riker, and he'll go to the free throw line looking for a 3rd point as Anselmo-Merna works quickly on this side. The blood keeps coming out even after Myers is wiping it. So Mace Barron to the free throw line with 47 seconds and change left here in the 3rd quarter.
Beautiful inbounds play by Twin Loup.
And Mace Barron gets the roll, and it's a 3-point lead for Twin Loup. Cantrell into the front court, gives it up. Record out to Griffith. Now Priest. Priest jabs the foot, 1 dribble, lost it, gives it back to Griffith. Now Priest left side, calls for a screen, goes away from it. From the free throw line, out to Griffith. Griffith tries to feed it across the lane, it's thrown away. Aaron Glendy into the front court, holds it up, and gets it to Riker. 18 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Quincy, nice feed over to Waylon McBride, missed the lay-in. Mace Barron pulls down the offensive rebound and scores 2 on the putback. And the run continues. Riker gets the pickoff on Griffith, goes the other way, goes up, missed the layup. And that will end the 3rd quarter. Twin Loup 32, Anselmo-Merna 27. Back after this with the 4th and final quarter.
Central Nebraska Diesel is a proud sponsor of high school sports and the student athletes who work hard each and every day. They're also proud to offer you Rainke products. When you need performance that you can count on, ask them about Rainke. Central Nebraska Diesel is happy to bring this action to those who can attend. Enjoy the broadcast, and when you need pivot service from start to finish, call Central Nebraska Diesel at 643-2544. Rainke, more right than rain.
When it comes to graphic tees, Triple M T-shirts does all kinds. They have a special place in their hearts for spirit wear because there's nothing quite like cheering on your favorite student athletes right here at home. You name it, they've made it. Custom designs are doable from sizes newborn to 5XL. Make your T-shirt design a reality with Melissa Myers and Triple M T-shirts. Search for the group on Facebook or call 870-0149. Mention this ad and receive 10% off your order through February. Melissa Myers with Triple M T-shirts.
8 minutes up on the clock, and the fourth quarter is underway as Myers gets it in to DeRee. DeRee drives in. Defender falls down. Puts his shoulder forward a couple more times and has it knocked out of bounds by the Wolves. Quentin Myers back in there. Got that eyebrow kind of taped up. It's going to be tough to keep that stickiness on the face with all the sweat. That seems like they've got that bleeding under control for the moment.
Good to see. He's back out there, though.
And he hit a long two-pointer, and just like that, it's back to a three-point game.
He's in double figures now with 11.
Riker into the front court, centers the basketball. Couple of head fakes, now pulls the three-pointer off the front of the rim. One and done, AM rebound. Cooksley ahead to Myers, puts up a three, left it short. Harris the rebound. Lukeman over to Sortum. Sortum at the free throw line, gets it down to the other Sortum, who's fouled as he goes up for the shot. The Henry to Emmett connection results in Emmett Sortum, the 6'2 junior, at the free throw line.
That's going to be the third foul on Dane DeRee.
Sortum's first, splashes through.
He's got 3 points in the game. That was his first free throw of the night. And again, Twin Loup continuing to do the job at the line.
Emmett Sortum's second does not go. Rebound Cooksley. 45 seconds gone here in the fourth quarter. Remains a three-point game. Shot doesn't go for Owen Wright. Mace Barron the rebound, but had it knocked away. AM basketball. Griffith up to Cooksley. Cooksley back to Griffith, short corner. Back to the basket, and AM resets. Into DeRee. DeRee turning, spinning, ripped away by Mace Barron in a jump ball. What a play inside by Mace Barron. DeRee brought that ball down, spinning around on the pivot foot, and Mace just snagged it.
Tell you what, Mace DeRee, when you get down in that paint area, he has got such quick hands. When you bring that ball down low, he's going to grab it.
Barron back into the corner. Wolves now back on offense. Harris left to right, drives in, wants to go up to the hoop, can't get it to go. DeRee the rebound. Dane quickly ahead to Myers. Myers eyes up, back to Dane DeRee. Drives in, back out. Quentin Myers three, off the rim. Rebound. Mace Barron rips it away. Here comes Twin Loup. Riker quickly ahead to Sortum. Henry can't get the shot to go. Rebound Anselmo-Merna. Here come the Coyotes. Myers at the free throw line. Spins out to Cooksley. Open three. Can't get it to go. Barron another rebound. It's turned into a track meet. Riker against Griffith. Cut off. No look passes it, but Myers comes away with it. Almost throws it away. But now AM controls. Myers to DeRee, goes glass, left it short. Rebound to Emmett Sortum. And again, we reverse floor and a timeout called by Coach Barron. 5:48 to go, fourth quarter. It's 33-29. The home team, Twin Loup Wolves, leading on KBBN.
Trotter Incorporated is happy to bring you this broadcast of high school sports. At Trotters, they're happy to support all the youth in the area, not only in sports, but in all of their extracurricular activities. A balance of school and activities will prepare them to balance their lives in the future, and Trotter Incorporated commends them for all of their hard work. They're proud of all of the area athletes and are excited to help bring you this sports broadcast. Trotter Incorporated.
Is your quality of life suffering due to low back and leg pain? Don't let it. Studies have shown that spinal manipulation is a great first method of treatment. Call Dr. Chad Hackle with Backbone of Healthcare at 872-2171 or visit Monday through Friday on South 9th Avenue in Broken Bow. Thank you as well to sponsor Klang Financial. If you have questions about health and life insurance, maybe you have retirement planning needs, your friends at Klang Financial are honored to help. Reach them at 872-6810 or visit them in downtown Broken Bow at 940 South D Street. Clank Financial is proud to help bring you this high school sports action. Back to the action. Twin Loup basketball. Sortum, the long two. Henry Sortum tries to save it, but it's a rebound to AM. The other way, they throw it away. Cooksley left it long, and Griffith couldn't track it down. Would have been tough to get points there, Larry, as it would have been a 1-on-3 situation for AM anyway. Costly turnover there, trying to get back into this one.
14th turnover in the 7th of the second half.
5:30 to go, fourth quarter. Riker threw it away. Body's on the ground, and I think a jump ball is going to be the result here. Cooksley comes out of the bottom of the pile. It'll be AM basketball.
Well, you know, Jeremy, if I told you before the game that with 5:26 remaining, Colin Cooksley had not scored a point and that Quincy Riker hadn't made a bucket, I'm not sure you would have believed me. But that's the case.
33-29. Nice feed to Griffith from Myers. All the way across the court to the opposite side of the lane. And now it's back to a 2-point game, 33-31 Twin Loup.
And that's Josiah's first 2 points of the game.
Riker, right side wing, shaking the head. Doesn't like what his teammates are showing him. Sortum cuts across the lane, puts the ball on the floor. Can't get the shot to go. Harris skies high for the rebound. And a foul is called on the ground. It'll be a baseline inbounds coming for Twin Loup, as that one going to be called on Myers.
That should be his third. Boy, you weren't kidding. Harris, he skied for that one.
The freshman's got some springs on his feet. He sets up in the corner. Riker calls out go, running out of time, gets it into Glendy. Aaron, left to right, up to Sortum. Emmett, couple of dribbles, gets it into Mace Barron in the short corner. Barron backs it out, now Harris. Harris from the right side, drives in, lost the basketball, picks it back up, shoots it, can't score it. Long rebound out to Quincy Riker. Riker re-attacks, lost the basketball. It'll stay Twin Loop's ball, as I believe Griffith got a hand on that one. Riker to toss it in from the baseline. Tries to get it into Sortum. It's knocked back out of bounds by DeRee. It almost looked like it was a pass to DeRee. It was so direct, but Riker was running out of time. He'll walk to the other side of the baseline. Talon Shada into the game. Riker calls out go. Baseball passes it up to Harris. Over to Sortum. Emmett holds it up, gives it to Mace Barron. He pulls the three-pointer, just long. Rebound Griffith. Backs it out of there. AM trailing by 2 here on the road in Sargent. Myers with it right in front of us. Right wing, skips it over to Griffith. Josiah, one bounce back up to Myers. Under 4 to go here, fourth quarter, 2-point game. Twin Loup on defense with their 2-point lead. Right with it up top. Now over to Myers. Myers left wing, attacks against Harris. Cut off, kicks it out to Dane DeRee. Back up. Cooksley's three goes. He's been trying from beyond the arc. That's his comfort zone. He's been trying it all night, and he finally gets one to go home. And it's a 1-point game. AM takes the lead.
Well, we talked about the fact that he hadn't had very many shots and very many opportunities. He knocked it down there when he got the opportunity.
Riker into Harris. Harris finds the angle and scores inside. Boy, Quincy Riker was in a bad spot down there, but he looks comfortable and gets it out of there to Harris for 2. Twin Loup takes back the lead as we head to a timeout on the floor. It's 35-34. Twin Loup Wolves on top here in Sargent.
At the Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow, Carmen and the staff know that they had a blessed 2023 because of you, their wonderful customers. Change can be hard, but it can be fun as well. In the new year, swing by the Tumbleweed Cafe for express breakfast and lunch options, like delicious breakfast sandwiches, burritos, and cinnamon rolls in the drive-thru 6 a.m. to 11 a.m., Monday to Friday, and express lunch from 11 to 2. Don't forget take and bake casseroles, too. Happy New Year from the Tumbleweed Cafe, East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Welcome back to Sargent as Everyone is excited to see how this one's going to round out, Larry. It's been kind of back and forth here lately.
We had a great one last week between these two teams, and they're doing it again this week, and just shows they're very equally matched.
Cooksley into the front court, leaves it for Myers. Myers left to right, lost his dribble, trying to lob it down inside, fires one down into Duree. Duree had it ripped away by Glendy, and now the official comes in and calls a jump ball. It will be Twin Loup basketball.
I'll tell you what, Twin Loup is very aggressive at going after that ball when it gets down low. You don't want to hold it too long.
Under 3 to go, fourth quarter. Twin Loup, the 1-point lead, and the basketball. Josiah Griffith on Riker. Quincy content to hold on to the basketball for a bit and let some clock go. Looks like an isolation play. Riker waving a couple of teammates around. More time has gone away. Griffith steps forward on him. Quincy still with the bounce. Centers the basketball. Josiah Griffith working hard on Quincy Riker. Riker lost it momentarily, now dribbles forward. Reverses court. We're down to 2:10 to go, fourth quarter. Riker loses the basketball. Griffith falls down. Quincy Riker, no look to Mace Barron. Mace lost it, recovered it, jump ball called. Interesting, as it looked like the basketball was still pinballing around in there a bit, but it is a turnover back to AM. And I think, Larry, Twin Loup was trying to just grind down as much clock as possible, but it's just a 1-point lead.
As I say, with a 1-point lead, that doesn't work very effectively for you.
And they didn't get a shot up at the basket and turn the ball over. So interesting there from Twin Loup. Cooksley, right side wing, and a timeout is called. AM wants to draw something up. We'll step away as well. 1:48 to go, fourth quarter. It's 35-34, Twin Loup.
Cold weather. It comes around each year. Where it should not be making an appearance is inside your house. If it is, that's when you need to call Taylor Heating and Cooling. Because Mother Nature brings the coldest, nastiest weather to Nebraska, you need to bring Matt and Andy your direction to get your system running at peak efficiency. Call 308-872-6196 for sales, installation, and service from Taylor Heating and Cooling. Call 308-872-6196.
Well, this one's still very much up in the air. 1:48 to go, fourth quarter. Anselmo-Merna basketball, Coyotes trailing.
Well, now we'll see what the Coyotes can work up. They went out of the timeout. You know that Coach Gilligan set a play for them.
Myers, right side wing, gets it up to Dane DeRee. Back to Myers, right wing. Riker out on him. Jab step. Myers drives in, puts up the shot. Foul called, and he'll go to the line. They might get Mace Barron on this one as he came over to try to help Riker.
And that is the first foul on Twin Loup here in the second half, but as you mentioned, will be a shooting foul. It's also the second foul on Mace Barron. Quentin Myers tonight, 4 of 5, 4 of 6.
Misses the first free throw, and Myers several times tonight been there at the free throw line kind of talking to teammates there, or teammates and opponents alike in the lane before going to the free throw line. Kind of maybe distracted him a little on that first one. He makes the second, though, and we're knotted up at it's almost like it was inevitable. We were just going to tie it up, right? And like no matter what he did, it was just going to be a 1-for-2 situation.
It might be who touches the ball last here tonight.
And now Sortum is called for the travel. Drug that pivot foot, and Emmett Sortum turns it over back to AM as the Coyotes look to seize a little momentum.
Look to the left. He started to the left and then went to the right, and he changed the wrong foot.
Myers calls for a screen, gets one from DeRee, goes into the corner, got the switch on to Sortum. Has it on the right side, pulls a deep three, clanged it off the front of the board, and it's Mace Barron pulling down the rebound, but it's taken away and taken right back by Harris, and a timeout is called quickly on the floor. 57.3 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. We're all tied at 35 apiece.
stomach rumbling? If you're in the Anselmo area, you're in luck. If not, turn toward Foo Bar and Grill in Anselmo. There's always something cooking, and specials change almost every day. Be sure to keep up with them on Facebook to see what specials are ahead and what's hitting the grill. Reserve ahead by messaging them on Facebook or call 749-2552. Enjoy the broadcast. Brought to you in part by Foo Bar and Grill in Anselmo.
Radio coverage of the Twin Loup Wolves is being brought to you in part by the Twin Loup Boosters, whose members include Agland ATV, Burwell Dental Clinic, Burwell Pharmacy, Calamus Outfitters, Central Nebraska Electric, Central Nebraska Medical Clinic, The Corner Stop, Craig and Diane Van Kira, Diamond Ring Ranch, Douse Farms LLC, Erickson Law Office, First National Bank, and Frontier Family Pharmacy. Enjoy the broadcast brought to you in part by the Twin Loup Boosters.
Welcome back to Sargent. Twin Loup basketball. 57 seconds to go. 35-35.
It's going to be hard-nosed man-to-man full court for Anselmo-Merna.
Glendy to key it in. Gets it into Harris. Harris brings it forward against Cooksley. Cooksley slides the hips. Now Harris hands it off to Riker. 50 seconds to go, fourth quarter. Quincy left to right, gets a screen and roll. Mace Barron puts it up, can't get it to go. Sortum in for the rebound, fouled on the putback attempt by DeRee.
Tell you what, we saw Emmett Sortum and Twin Loup early in the year, and I just love the way that he has progressed throughout the season, how more aggressive he is on going after boards.
Sortum's first splashes through, and it's a Twin Loup lead.
He's got 4 points in the game, 2 of 3 at the line now.
Twin Loup won this matchup in the opening round of the MNAC as the second one does not go. 47-44, they're trying to repeat that win here on their home floor, and a timeout is called by Anselmo-Merna. 36.4 seconds to go. The Coyotes trail here in Sargent, 35-36.
Got spirit, yes we do. We've got spirit, how about you?
Here at Nebraska State Bank, we've got school spirit. Introducing mascot debit cards from Nebraska State Bank. Now you can go to your local NSB branch and request a new debit card for your favorite high school team. The Broken Bow Indians, South Loup Bobcats, or Anselmo-Merna debit cards are available by instant issue. You'll only pay $10, and the entire amount will be passed along to your school. It's a win-win situation, right? Take your school pride to the next level at Nebraska State Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Sargent as we're 36.4 seconds of clock time away from determining this one, but I have a feeling, Larry, real time is going to be much more than 36 seconds as these close games are usually kind of a grind down to the very end.
Yeah, we're going to have a chess game going on back and forth here. Depends on what happens on the offensive possession here for the Coyotes, what Twin Loup will do after that. So we may see some more timeouts before it's all done.
Quincy Riker, Lupin Harris, Henry Sortum, Aaron Glendy, and Mace Barron defensively for Twin Loup. For Anselmo-Merna, it is Myers, Cooksley, Wright, as well as Griffith and DeRee. Owen Wright brings it forward, 33 seconds to go. Myers, right wing, inside. Dane DeRee shoots it over Sortum and scores 2. The lead is back in the favor of the Coyotes.
15 game-high points, his first 2 of the fourth quarter.
Riker into the front court, left wing into Mace Barron. Mace puts it up, first one blocked, second one doesn't go, rebound Owen Wright. Out to DeRee, 10 seconds. Trying to pick off the pass was Aaron Glendy. It'll stay Coyotes basketball on the sideline with 9 seconds flat to go. Coyotes lead it 37-36.
And that's only the second team foul on Twin Loup. So they still have 2 fouls to give. They're either going to have to come up with a clean steal or keep fouling. Actually, that's just the first foul.
Yeah, 9 seconds is not much time at all. Myers has it, and Harris comes up. He was way off of him, and 2 seconds go away.
So that'll only be the second team foul. Now they still have 2 to give before they can put Anselmo-Merna on the free throw line.
Cooksley to key it in again. It's poked out of there, recovered by DeRee, on the sideline, and now a whistle comes. Clock is still running. And all the folks here in Sargent are saying, okay, if there's anywhere that we can get the clock stopped immediately, would it be on our home floor?
Well, and let's go back a little bit. Remember when you and I said it was like 13 seconds that went off earlier, and they put 7 seconds back up. About 6 more seconds actually should be on this clock.
Yeah, if there's any point where Twin Loup cannot afford to have time come off of the clock, they put it at 5.5, but I think there should be maybe even a little bit more than that. That's just a tough break on your home floor for Twin Loup. And now Myers throws it away. He threw it away. It'll be Twin Loup basketball, and because nobody touched it, it'll be Wolves basketball on the same side where Myers was throwing it in.
And that's the one thing AM could not do.
Even if you touch the ball, it would have been inbounded on the far other side of the floor. Now Twin Loup very much in this thing with 5.5 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. So just a not good situation for both of these teams. Twin Loup kind of bailed out there because to get a couple more fouls with 5.5 seconds left, what should be maybe 6 seconds and change, was going to be a tough task, but now they've kind of got themselves a gift. 5 seconds is enough time to make a couple of passes, maybe a shot fake, and put up a shot to try to win this one.
Well, what had happened is Owen Wright had come open down here at this end, and Quentin saw him and then decided to throw it, but then Owen also came back a little bit, and it was just a misconnection. You don't want to make the long passes that somebody might not touch in that situation. That's the only thing that really could save Twin Loup and give them an opportunity. And despite the fact he hasn't made a bucket tonight, you know it's going to Quincy Riker. He's either going to shoot it or create something and maybe get a shot for like a Mace Barron down low or an Emmett Sortum along a 10-foot line or so.
Aaron Glendy to key it in for Twin Loup. They trail by 1. It's 36-37. Coyotes on defense. Quincy Riker in the backcourt. Now runs forward, splits a double team. Glendy gets it into Mace Barron. Now gets it back to Glendy. Glendy traveled with it. Didn't put the ball on the floor. He traveled with it. Neither of these teams want to put a shot up to try to get the end of this game gone.
And now with 3.5, there's still a foul to give.
3.5 on the fourth quarter clock, 37-36. AM gives a gift to Twin Loup, and then they get a gift right back. Keep it here.
When your car gets dented, dinged, smashed, or smacked, the last thing you should have to worry about is it being in the right hands to get it fixed. When you choose Rod's Body and Paint in Broken Bow, your vehicle will leave their shop looking great. Don't forget, Rod can also help you with those windshield chips. Take care of them before they get worse and cost you more money. If your windshield already needs replaced, they can do that too. Rod's Body and Paint on the curve, west of Broken Bow.
Welcome back to Sargent. 3.5 on the fourth quarter clock. Both of these teams kind of gifting each other the opportunity at either winning the game or sealing the game with the win. And now 3.5 seconds. If you're Twin Loup, you've got to just be right up on everybody for AM. They've got everybody on one side.
And you got to get it in, no timeouts.
Myers to throw it in, running out of time. Has it poked back at him. He was out of bounds. Sortum and Riker were in the area. He was trying to throw it to Dane DeRee. It's knocked back at Myers, who had not yet stepped in bounds. And again, with 2.2 seconds left, the ball goes back to Twin Loup to try to steal this one at the end.
This is going to be a win-lose situation no matter what here, because neither team has a timeout now.
Yeah, there's no buts about, unless it gets, unless it gets fired out of bounds the other way, or I don't know. We're getting down.
Or a foul and on a shot and one free throw that sends it to OT. Otherwise, it's a win-lose situation here.
About the last 3 plays that have happened coming out of these timeouts have just caught me off guard. So I just really don't know what to expect at this point. I don't know. It just kind of feels like it's going towards 2.2 seconds left in this one final play.
We'll see if they double team Quincy Riker again.
He's on the far block from Shada on the sideline. Shada holds the basketball, and a foul is going to be called away from the ball. They're going to call a moving screen on Mace Barron away from the basketball.
Chris Barron not happy with that one. And Mace Barron going to get the foul. That'll be his third. So now AM, though, Twin Loup can foul and put AM on the line because it's the fourth team foul.
Even
so
if
that comes into option now.
Well, now if you put AM on the line, there's only 2.2 seconds left, and now a foul is called as Harris fouls Cooksley. 1.5 on the fourth quarter clock, and that should be foul shots coming for Cooksley. 1.5 seconds, so not much time to work with. It's going to have to be a big heave to end this one. Wow. That was the one thing that I thought, okay, it's either going to be a game winner or a game miss at the end for Twin Loup. I didn't even consider the foul away from the basketball.
That foul, by the way, was on Lukeman Harris, his second. And yeah, and this will be the first free throw of the night for Colin Cooksley.
So Cooksley to the free throw line, a couple of spins of the basketball. They put a little more time on the clock, put 1.8 up there as Cooksley knocks home the first to make it a 2-point game. Really doesn't matter for Twin Loup here. Either way, you're going to have to grab that basketball. You're really kind of hoping Cooksley makes this one.
And, yeah, as I say, if you're AM, you might want him to miss, but, you know, that's a difficult situation.
Cooksley, a couple of dribbles, a spin of the basketball. Puts the shot up and doesn't make it. Rebound Harris, throws it up. It's going to be well short, and AM takes this one 38-36. The rematch from the opening round of the MNAC is a good one. Coyotes come on the road in Sargent and win it 38-36. We'll take a break. When we come back, Larry will have a look at the final numbers here on KBBN Radio.
Cattle producers, Arrow Seed is your one-stop shop for power fencing needs. Arrow Seed has all the supplies, including high-tensile wire, posts, insulators, and energizers to build or replace a solar, electric, or battery-operated system. They offer products from Gallagher, the most practical, affordable, and dependable range of animal management systems on the market. Should anything ever go wrong with your Gallagher Energizer, you won't have to send it off somewhere to be repaired. Most often it can be repaired right at Arrow Seed. Get your Gallagher power fence and supplies from Arrow Seed on North 10th Avenue, Broken Bow.
Hurry up, dude. The game's about to start.
Nothing beats spending the day watching the game with your buddies.
Dude, I'm literally right here. Let's do this.
Which is why a shelter insurance renter's policy is key to your winning game plan. It protects things your landlord's policy doesn't.
Dude, where's your TV? What? No way, dude.
Like that flat screen TV that just got stolen.
Contact your local shelter insurance agents, Brent Custer or Seth Pearson in Broken Bow.
Custer Federal has been helping customers acquire new and or improve existing homes for over 90 years. We are excited to have the opportunity to help you finance your home purchase, improvement, or refinance. Whether it is move-in ready or a fixer-upper, we have mortgage experts who are up to speed on all types of financial solutions. We will work with you from application to closing to make the process as easy as possible. Get the keys to your dream home with Custer Federal, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Having a party, celebration, tailgate, or watch party? Then you need to come and see us at the grocery cart. Between our amazing deals and GK Wine and Spirits, we'll help you treat your guests right. Start out with a meat and cheese tray or a Chester's chicken in the deli, or pick up a rack of smoked ribs. For drinks, our aisles at the GK Wine and Spirits are full with savings on your favorites. The Deli and GK Wine and Spirits, inside the grocery cart, Broken Bow.
Welcome back one last time to Sargent as we've gone final in the boys game. Anselmo-Merna getting the victory like the girls did, 38-36 here in Sargent. With a look at your final numbers, here's Larry.
All right, we take a look at the fact that Anselmo-Merna outscored Twin Loup in that final quarter 11-4 in getting this win. That 5-point difference at the end of the third quarter was the biggest lead by either team in this game. But it was Anselmo-Merna coming on in the fourth quarter. They win it 38-36. They had two players in double figures. Dane DeRee, the freshman, he had a good ball game all the way around. 15 points to lead all scores. Also in double figures, Quentin Myers with a dozen. 5 points off the bench for Kanan Priest. Those were all in the first half. And 4 for Colin Cooksley, all in the fourth quarter. 2 for Josiah Griffith in the game for the Coyotes. For Twin Loup, they had balanced scoring. They were led tonight by Mace Barron with 7, but he didn't score in the fourth quarter. 6 each for Lukeman Harris and Henry Sordom. 4 points on the evening for Quincy Riker, Emmett Sordom, and also Waylon McBride off the bench. 3 points on a three-point shot, an old-fashioned three-point play, that is, Aaron Glendy, and then 2 on the night for Talon Shada. Team statistics, AM had some trouble keeping a hold of the ball. 19 turnovers compared to 11 for Twin Loup. Rebounds, just the opposite of the score. 38 for Twin Loup. Anselmo-Merna had 36 rebounds. And then at the free throw line, 7 of 12 for the Coyotes and 12 of 17 for the Wolves. So again, your leading scorers, Dane DeRee with 15 and Quentin Myers with 12 for Anselmo-Merna. And Mace Barron led Twin Loup with 7 points. Low scoring affair, but it was tight all the way. AM gets the win, 38-36.
All right, thank you very much, Larry. Anselmo-Merna comes on the road to Huron Sargent. The girls and the boys both tally a win in the W column. Congratulations to them. We've still got plenty of high school basketball and wrestling to come in the ahead days. Make sure you swing over to the sports page of sandhillsexpress.com so that you know where we're going to be and when. For videographer Summer Yarrington, for Larry Kottner, I'm Jeremy Scheip. Wishing you a great rest of your evening, and once again thanking all the wonderful sponsors that brought you this video and radio production from Central Nebraska's Sports Source. Have a great night, everybody.
The 3-2 pitch, swung on, and a little blooper to right field. That's a base hit. Bo's going to win. Coming in to score the winning run is Caden McKean, and Broken Bow wins the Mid-Nebraska League Championship game in walk-off fashion. Carter Johnson, a little flare to right field. Found the outfield grass, and Broken Bow has won the Mid-Nebraska League Championship.
He's just a strong opponent for any wrestler. I mean, undefeated state champ last year in the state finals the year before, a 3-time state medalist, and there, a really nice takedown. Good fluid motion by a guy that's wrestling 195 pounds.
Brady Skinner with it, up top. Bay at the buzzer, hits the 3. Nice-looking shot.
To Folkers, back at the Grant, long 3, got it!
Nice. Cash attacks. Double, almost triple teamed, out to Connell, deep 3. Wow. Hit it. That's a 3 for South Loup.
I have to make sure I set my cruise control when I drive after I watch this event.
Yeah, exactly. Car 204, the Yellow Viper of Ryan Firstenau. Hello to all our viewers out there. Thank you very much for tuning in. You get a look at where we're talking to you from.
You get second 6 and now 5. Pandorf atop of the key 3. Good! Pandorf at the buzzer. Johnson hammered out towards center. Home going back. Home will dive, and did he make the catch? He did! Caden Home, a diving catch across his body to the right.
Ball comes out of there. Who's going to hop on top of it? It's going to be scooped up by Cooksley. Inside the 30, the 20, 15, 10. Can he get there? He can. It's 6 points for Sandhill Thedford on defense. The scoop and score.
Calderos sends it in the corner to Santos, a 3, got it. His 3rd from downtown in the quarter.
With the bounce, gets it into Ryan. Ryan, nice post move, lays it up and in and scores 2.
10.2 seconds left.
Plays it out to Pandorf, top of the key. Long three, she puts it up, and that's going to go.
And they turn it over, does Hyannis. More could be showtime. Goes up and jams it. What a way to end the half for Mullen.
Finney lost it to Cash Gracie. Cash runs forward, dunks it, and looks over at his fellow